All right, ladies and gentlemen, America calls itself a Christian nation, but according to Barna Institute research, what percentage of Americans now have a biblical worldview?
Drum roll, please. Drum roll.
Joy to the world.
It's 4%! Yes! And according to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, 75% of employees now steal from the workplace. Yes! And 85% of employees, according to Inc. magazine, now lie on their resumes.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Hey, Carter, do you know what time it is?
No.
It's time to play What's Wrong With That?
Oh, my favorite game.
And now, broadcasting from an undisclosed location, we have the host of this show, Craig Clark. And as a reminder, only you can help control the pet population. Have your pet spayed or neutered at least twice to help control the pet population. And now, back to the host.
You smell like a winner. You smell like you are
All right, Jackie, welcome to the game show. This is a game show where if you win if you get the answers right on this game show, you're going to leave today with $30. You get $10 per correct answer. Should you get the answer wrong, you don't owe me anything and you don't win the prize, okay? Got 3 questions for you.
Yep.
First question is, what percentage of American employees currently admit to stealing from the workplace? Now, again, before you answer the question, the audience, our listeners out there, they know. They know. They've looked it up. They've already done the research. But what percentage, Jackie, for a chance to win a copy of the home game, what percentage of American employees steal from the workplace?
60%.
75%.
Oh,
Okay. Next question, Jackie. You didn't win round 1. We're moving on to round 2 here. What percentage of American employees now admit to lying on their resumes? So some people think a resume is a nonfiction where you turn in facts about yourself and your previous experience, whatever your education. These people perceive the resume as a fictional document where they can just make things up and submit fiction. What percentage of American employees admit to lying on their resumes?
90%.
85%. You're a negative man. Oh, so you're so far 0 for 2. Final question now. Americans like to say that, hey, people like to say America is a Christian nation, okay? And according to the Barna Institute, so Barna Institute, this is not clayclark.com. According to the Barna Institute, again, 85% of employees now, okay, they admit to lying on their resumes, according to Inc. magazine. 75% of employees admit to stealing from the workplace, according to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. But the question is, what percentage of people in America today, and again, we're considered a Christian nation, and we're considered to be a Christian nation, what percentage of Americans now say that they have a biblical worldview, Jackie?
60%.
4%, Jackie.
Oh.
4% of Americans believe that the Bible is real and it should be the basis for their decisions. Things like thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not lie, these sort of things. So, Jackie, unfortunately, you have lost a lot. This game. You did not win any mega points, but are you shocked by the numbers?
I am pretty shocked by the numbers.
You're shocked that 4% of Americans are now have 4% of Americans, just 4% of Americans now have a biblical worldview?
Yes, I thought it would be higher.
You did? You thought it'd be 60%?
At least, yeah. Well,
Okay.
maybe not.
Are you shocked?
Close to 60.
As you think about it, are you shocked that 85% of Americans would lie on their resumes? Are you shocked about this information?
I'm not shocked.
What about that 75% of Americans would steal from the workplace? Is this shocking to you?
That I'm also not shocked.
Really? But you were shocked that only 4% of Americans have a Christian worldview, a biblical worldview.
Yes.
Or you were shocked by that? Well, which one is this? That's the most shocking stat for you?
Probably the worldview.
Yeah. Pretty crazy stuff. And again, folks, I'll put a link to it on the show notes. Jackie, thank you for this word of discouragement. And unfortunately, you did not win any mega points. Thank you.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm just cleaning the bathroom.
Looks good. Let's go to lunch.
All right.
Get ready to enter the Thrivetime Show.
Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Cutting Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of five, that's why I'm a dive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the C&Z up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back into your daily conversation. It is the Thrivetime Show on your radio. My name is Clay Clark. I am the former United States Small Business Administration Entrepreneur of the Year. I am the current father of 5 human kids. And Dr. Zellner, I have an exciting piece of news and very exciting updates on this sensational Wednesday that I want to share with you, my friend. I have 2 big updates.
You seem pretty fired up today. I mean, I know there's something, there's a little sparkle in your eye. I think it's going to be an epic show. I mean, I don't know for sure. I'll let you know in a couple of hours, but I just got a good feeling.
Okay, well, there's 3 big updates. We'll kind of tease out there. We're going to get into 3 big updates. One is we have a Thriver this weekend who had asked the question, and now we're kind of midway through the week. We can get to it. He just said, I need to know how to grow my freaking business right now.
Right now.
So I'm excited because this guy has 1,300 current customers.
Okay.
And you and I are going to teach the proven moves that will definitely increase his profitability by $100,000 this year if he does the moves.
You're giving that a double stamp guarantee?
Double stamp.
Are you going triple stamp or just double stamp?
This is a double, triple stamp, double verified. So I'm excited to get into that.
This is exciting.
And now on a personal note, you gave my wife and I tickets to attend Jeff Foxworthy in concert there and in your luxury box suite area. And it was great, my man. It was awesome.
Did you giggle?
My son and I laughed quite a bit. I brought my son and my wife. And my son and I were watching the Jeff Foxworthy routines online, and I was explaining to my son it's a routine, so when he comes and performs, it'll probably be very similar. And my son just thought it was the most hysterical thing in the world when he was talking about passing kidney stones. My son just could not keep it together. He was laughing, having a great time. We enjoyed it, so thank you very much, my friend.
Oh, it's so fun to laugh at somebody else's pain, isn't it?
See, it was awesome, man. I appreciate you giving us the tickets.
Well, you bet. I'm glad you guys went. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. And I hope we didn't tear up the box too much.
No, it was a great time, and we had
good.
There's a restaurant located right in front of the BOK. I cannot remember the name of it, but we had some food there. It was
what was that, Naples Flats, or was it
right by Pinkettsville, not Naples, but the other one right there called Terra.
Oh, Terreras.
That
was voted Tulsa's #1 new restaurant in 2016. It's a Spanish tapas. In other words, they have small dishes, and it's a Spanish theme. It's a really good restaurant. I love it.
It was excellent. And Z, guess what? This week we just passed a record on my tree planting. I've been trying. For anybody who listens to the show regularly, you know that I'm turning Camp Clark and Chicken Palace into a forest.
A forest. You are reforest.
So here's reforesting. Yeah. So here's the deal. I am trying to get to 200 trees. That's my goal.
That's your goal.
And this weekend, I just hit 70 trees. The big 70.
Wow, 1/3 of the way there. That's impressive.
Yeah, we planted
Nice.
6 more this weekend. Got some evergreens going on in there.
What kind did you plant this week?
I want to tell you, but I don't know.
Okay, that's fair.
I go there and I say, which is the one that's going to give the most coverage, the one that's going to, and this one is supposed to get to about 60 feet of height when it reaches maturity, and it grows at about 2 feet a year. And you have to get, 2 trees so they grow together. But I end up getting 6 of this particular kind of trees. Very excited. And I had to get them from Lowe's because on Easter, everybody else was closed, and Lowe's was the only place available to buy said trees.
That was the move, huh?
Yeah, I wanted to go to Atwood's. Atwood's was not available. I looked at other local places as well, but Lowe's was the only place open, my friend. But have you had a good week so far? Are things going well at Zellner Enterprises? What big things are happening?
Well, I tell you what, I had a fantastic this last weekend. I don't even know if I've told you this or not.
No, give me some
but
updates.
I had a colt named Rowdy the Warrior that ran in the Arkansas Derby, which is kind of a big deal. It's a horse. It was a thoroughbred horse that I raised at my ranch, and now he's 3, and he's done well enough that he got a shot to run in the Arkansas Derby. He was the longest shot on the board, but he didn't run dead last, and I went over there on Saturday. This last Saturday, and watched him run, and he ran his little heart out and did good. He ran kind of middle of the pack, but I was proud of him. It was fun, and there you have it. So,
can you walk me through what it looks like when you watch your horse? I mean, are you a guy who cheers? Are you a guy who shouts? Are you a guy who
all the above? As they're loading in the gate, the first thing you dun, 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 dun. When they're loading in the gate, you're sitting there, you're looking at it, and you're going, okay, I'm talking to the jockey now, like he can hear me, right? I mean, he's a ways away. He can't even see me, but I'm talking to him as if he can hear me. Come on, Louis. His name's Louis Quinones. Louis Q.
Is he a big man?
Yeah.
How big is a jockey?
Well, he with him and all of his clothing and the saddle and everything, he couldn't weigh any more than 118 pounds.
Are you serious?
That's what he had to carry. But
wow,
he only
okay.
can make about 116.
Wow.
Which means he probably weighs about 110 to 112, I would imagine. And so he's not a big man.
Not a big man. Okay.
Not a big man. He's a whittle guy. It's really funny when you meet some of the jockeys. They can be as tall as me and be just super skinny, and you're like, "Ooh, dude, that doesn't look good." But the guys that are kind of short and stocky, the little guys, that's sustainable. You can go, okay, I get it. Built for a jockey,
Yeah.
So anyway, when he's in the gate, I'm sitting there, I'm talking to him. Come on, Louis, get him out. Like he's not going to get him out of the gate. Like get him out, just get a good start, And so the gate opened, boom, hit the thing, and everybody roar of the crowd. I mean, there was probably 60,000, 70,000 people there in Hot Springs.
And how long is a race? Is it a couple minutes? Is it how long does it take?
Yeah, this one was a minute 48 actually and change. It was a pretty fast time for it. It was a mile and an eighth. So 8 furlongs make up a mile. So if you've ever watched a horse race and you think, well, what does that mean? Well, an eight furlongs make a mile. So this one was 9 furlongs, so it was a mile and 1/8. All right. The Kentucky Derby is 10 furlongs, or a mile and 1/4. So anyway, the gates open. He gets out good, and he's a late runner. So I told him, before the race, the trainer and I, they're so kind to let me speak, before the race. We're talking strategy, like I know what I'm talking about, So I'm sitting there and I go, just get him out good. And Louis looking at me like he's done it 1,000 times, I go, get him out good, save ground, and then come running. What else do you say, right?
Right.
I try to be first at the end of the race.
You remind me of Greg Popovich, the coach of the Spurs, and they have to do these interviews as an NBA coach. They're required to do interviews in between quarters or during timeouts. And one of the things that happens all the time is Hannah Storm or somebody has the misfortune of having to ask Greg Popovich a question.
Broadcasting live from the center of the universe, you're listening to the Thrivetime Show.
And I kid you not, if you're looking for just a great evening of entertainment, what you need to do is go up on YouTube and watch Greg Popovich respond to reporters. Because they'll say, like, Coach, your team's down by 12 points. And they know he's going to do this. But you're down by 12 points headed into the third quarter. What's your plan? He goes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you exactly what our plan is. And then we're going to do that and hope the opposition doesn't watch. And they're like, what? And he goes, no, I'm not going to tell you what we're doing. We're going to go out there and score 13 points, and hopefully they don't score any more points and we win the game by 1. I mean, he's so sarcastic.
So sarcastic.
Or, Coach, your team seems to be behind. What's the issue? He's like, we have less points at this point.
Yeah.
It just every time he does it.
It cracks me up. Yeah, but it's funny because he's so. They ask him these ridiculous questions, like he's really going to answer them. You know, like what's your secret play you're going to do when you're down? You know, it's like, well, I'm not going to tell you.
It's so good. And we're talking today about Thrivers, and we're talking about a very specific series of answers to a very specific Thrivers questions. And so we have this new feature, Z, where people can text us 918-851-6920. That's 918-851-6920. And at our in-person workshops, which, by the way, just a couple days until our next in-person workshop, it's April 21st and 22nd, we'll answer any business questions that you have while also teaching you everything you need to know to grow your business. But for those of you who live all over the country or who can't attend this particular event, you can text us 918-851-6920. And albeit it won't be as in-depth as we would do in person, but we're going to answer your questions. And so here is the question from a Thriver. He has 1,300 customers currently, and he's not making a lot of profit. Now, I don't want to give away what city he's in or the name of his company, but I will say he's in the fitness business. He has 1,300 customers who are on average paying about $35 a month, and his question is, how do I get my business to be immediately profitable? I've been in business for 12 years. How do I do it?
Wow. Okay.
12 years in business, 1,300 customers, an average member is paying $35 a month. And so, Z, I'm going to walk them through the 6 steps. And when I miss something, or because, again, we're doing this on the fly. We've thought about this. We've made the plan. But, again, Z has done this in his own businesses, and so he knows the questions that you're not even asking yet, right? So move number 1, I encourage you to optimize your Google map. So what I want you to do right now, Thrivers, is go ahead and, Z, you might want to do this too. This is kind of a fun thing to do. We're going to go and Google Jinx men's haircuts. Jinx men's haircuts. And when you Google, I'll give you just a second, Thrivers. You can pull it up on your smartphone or whatever. You'll notice that elephant in the room has top placement in the map. So if you Google Jinx men's haircuts on using your smartphone or any type of device, we're number 1. And according to Adweek is an organization that researches why people buy. 81% of consumers start their search for a product or service using Google. 81%. So we elephant in the room comes up top in the map, and then we also come up top the first 3 results in Google after that. So as far as the map goes, you need to rename your business like this. So our listing says, elephant in the room of Jinx men's haircuts. It says of. So elephant in the room of Jinx men's haircuts. Why do we name it that way? Because that's what Google wants you to do. I don't know why, but that's what that's step number 1. You have to do it. And Z, if someone says, well, I just don't have the time, I can't find the password, I'm so busy, what would you say? Because this is, when you have 1,300 customers, you're probably busy.
I just go, Billy, ninja. I would say, well, here's the deal. You've got an option. You can, 1, you can do it, or 2, you can not do it, or 3, you can find a team that will do it for you. What does that mean?
What about a team?
Where do you find a team?
The Patriots?
Of like a business ninjas. I mean, where do you find a team that does this on a daily basis? Where do you find a team of young professionals that say, we will do that for you? Oh my gosh.
Well, back in the day, you'd have to hire a full-time graphic designer.
Okay, so I put an ad out for a graphic designer. Okay,
full-time web developer.
Check. Okay, web developer, check.
Full-time optimizer.
Okay, another one. I've got 3 ads working now.
Probably somebody who can write content, like a copywriter or somebody who can write ads. So probably 4 people.
Okay, 4 people. So far I've got 4 ads out there, and I'm looking for 4 people.
So you're out, like $4,000 a week, maybe $3,000 a week for all 4 people at this point.
Well, but I need to because I want to make money, and so I know I got to spend money to make money, and I got to get the team, and so I'm out looking for these guys.
And that was the paradigm that you and I started our businesses with. We had to hire full-time people or hire big-time firms to do it. And now, Z, with Thrive15.com and our one-on-one business coaching, you and I have teamed up to make it how much per month?
Oh, my. Now you've got a little shortcut. Are you telling me about the shortcut?
Well, you and I have invested millions of dollars to build the world's best and most affordable online business school. And many of the subscribers who are paying, by the way, the first month, $1 a month, and then $19 a month thereafter for the world's best business school, said, do you guys recommend a web developer? Do you guys recommend a graphic designer? Do you guys have a videographer you could recommend? And we kept saying, yeah, you might want to find someone local. You might want to try to find somebody. And then we realized we already have the team. We have the best team. You and I already have the team. And now for $1,500 a month, you too can have access to the world's best business coaching program. Z, it blows my mind.
It blows my mind. $1.
Oh, Z, I almost don't want to come in with a track that hot. That track is so hot. It's like we're standing on the surface of the sun. You are an amazing disc jockey. Your musical knowledge, I mean, through osmosis, it's like you're picking up these DJ skills. You just, through ESP, through osmosis, through telecommunication, you are almost like picking up the sonic vibrations from my DJ career, and it's feeding your subconscious mind. And now your DJ skills, I mean, at first I was the master, and now it's like you are now the master. It's like where, Obi-Wan Kenobi taught Darth Vader, and now Darth Vader wants to strike down Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're like the Darth Vader of disc jockeying, my friend.
Well, that's why my feelings got hurt. I am glad you are recognizing a sub skill set that I have, and
it's a massive skill.
For those of you who don't know, and if you've been listening to the show of any length, you do know this, but Clay, one of his first very successful business was he started a DJ company and roared that thing up, sold it for a bunch of money, and was doing 4,000 or 5,000 events a year. And at the time, his wife was working for me at one of my optometry clinics. And so I got a little fussy with him the other day, and I said, you know what? You never, ever once asked me to DJ any event. I mean, it could have been just like someone's little, hey, my little teenage girl's having a birthday party. We'd like to have a little DJ over there. Can you come DJ? I mean, anything. I mean, I didn't have to be like a big fancy wedding or whatnot. So I said, you know what? I put that on my bucket list now. I want to DJ an event. And he goes, well, Z, I sold the company. I said, well, I don't care.
Z, do you know why I didn't ask you? There were some events that scarred me physically. They scarred my body and emotionally. So I'll give you an example. I got booked for an event one time. You tell me if this was a problem.
Okay.
The person calls me and says, we want to book an entertainer, a disc jockey for our daughter's wedding. I said, great. Where's it at? They said, at Grand Lake.
Okay.
It never occurs to me, nor do they volunteer the information, that it will be on a pontoon boat on said lake.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Now, I am the palest male in the world. If I was making my own beer, it would be pale male.
Pale male.
So I get asked. So
white buds.
Dude, let me tell you this. So I get on the pontoon boat, and they want me to dress nice. Disc jockey, you either wear like a tuxedo or a suit or something. I've got a suit on. Everybody else is casual. It's on Grand Lake in the summer. I'm not exaggerating. This is like in July. So it's like 102, 103.
Oh, no.
I mean, how hot is it on the center of the lake?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
So I'm just sweating profusely. I have no sunscreen. No one volunteers to give me sunscreen. I ask, do we have any sunscreen? Everyone's like, well, we don't have. So I am just burning. I am just totally, and I'm drenched.
Cooking.
I'm DJing, and then because we offered unlimited time, I didn't think about putting any type of governors on that. No, so I'm DJing from like 11 a.m. till like 2 in the morning on a boat filled with drunk people. And by the time we get back to shore, my skin is as red as your soccer jersey.
Oh my God!
I'm like a lobster, and I come home the next day at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. This is back before the cell phone. But when you had singular cell phone and you had like 300 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So you don't want to make a call while you're roaming because it would cost you like $10 a minute.
Oh, yeah.
So I come in the front door talking to my wife, and I said, she goes, what happened? Why didn't you call? And you get to that point in life where you get to a certain level sometimes where you just don't care. And I just didn't call on the way home because I was just thinking like,
what choices have I made in my life that have got me to this place? What did I do? What bet did I lose?
Where did it go wrong?
And so the human experience is this. Whenever we think of things and we think of memories, we typically think about the best thing and the worst thing.
Was that the worst?
Yeah, that was one of the worst. And so when I think about inviting you to Disc Jockey, I think about I love you so much. I don't want you to end up on Grand Lake wearing a tuxedo, burning every inch of your body that's not covered by the suit that's trapping you and making you it's just like getting smaller and tighter as you sweat more. It's brutal.
And baking you. Well, that's what, hey, listen, info@thrive15.com. If you can write a compelling letter as to why you think Clay and myself, Dr. Z, should come and DJ your event, we're going to choose one event this year, this summer, this season, whatever, I don't know, whatever you call it. And we are going to come, we're going to bring all the equipment, we're going to set it all up, we're going to take it all down, and it's going to cost you nothing. Free. Because I want this on my bucket list. So Clay and I, he's an expert. So if you said, listen, we're going to be in a pontoon boat in the middle of Grand Lake.
Oh, please don't.
We're probably not going to choose that one.
I would love a corporate event or a wedding in October. October is a great time for a party.
Is that the move?
Yeah, because it's you're hauling equipment and you're going to be sweating and it's
sweating.
I'm just telling you this. I did a wedding at Tarp Chapel in Broken Arrow one time, and the bride, she says when she's booking the wedding, she says, "Hey, I'm going to have my wedding in June outside at Tarp Chapel, which is now called the Glass Chapel, underneath the gazebo. Do you think this is a great idea?" That's a trick question.
Yeah.
So as a salesperson, as a DJ, I learned quickly, don't answer the question. Just say, "Well, what do you think?" So she goes, "I think it'd be great." And I go, "Well, my wife and I were actually married there," which is true. And so I get out to her wedding. It's in June. And the bride comes out, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum. And she's walking down the little path, and she walks by her wedding cake, which is now completely a puddle.
Get ready to enter the Thrivetime Show.
Started from the bottom, now we hit. Started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we hit. Started from the bottom, now we hit.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top, teaching you the systems to get what we got. Cutting Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of five, that's why I'm a dive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the C&Z up on your radio, and now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we hit. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back into your daily conversation. It is the Thrivetime Show on your radio. My name is Clay Clark. I am the former United States Small Business Administration Entrepreneur of the Year. I am the current father of 5 human kids. And Dr. Zellner, I have an exciting piece of news and very exciting updates on this sensational Wednesday that I want to share with you, my friend. I have 2 big updates.
You seem pretty fired up today. I mean, there's something, there's a little sparkle in your eye. I think it's going to be an epic show. I mean, I don't know for sure. I'll let you know in a couple of hours, but I just got a good feeling.
Okay, well, there's 3 big updates. We'll kind of tease out there. We're going to get into 3 big updates. One is we have a Thriver this weekend who had asked the question, and now we're kind of midway through the week. We can get to it. He just said, I need to know how to grow my freaking business right now.
Right now.
So I'm excited because this guy has 1,300 current customers.
Okay.
And you and I are going to teach the proven moves that will definitely increase his profitability by $100,000 this year if he does the moves.
You're giving that a double stamp guarantee?
Double stamp.
Are you going triple stamp or just double stamp?
This is a double, triple stamp, verified. So I'm excited to get into that.
This is exciting.
And now on a personal note, you gave my wife and I tickets to attend Jeff Foxworthy in concert there and in your luxury box suite area. And it was great, my man. It was awesome.
Did you giggle?
My son and I laughed quite a bit. I brought my son and my wife. And my son and I were watching the Jeff Foxworthy routines online, and I was explaining to my son it's a routine, so when he comes and performs, it'll probably be very similar. And my son just thought it was the most hysterical thing in the world when he was talking about passing kidney stones. My son just could not keep it together. He was laughing, having a great time. We enjoyed it, so thank you very much, my friend.
Oh, it's so fun to laugh at somebody else's pain, isn't it?
See, it was awesome, man. I appreciate you giving us the tickets.
Well, you bet. I'm glad you guys went. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. and I hope he didn't tear up the box too much.
No, it was a great time, and we
Good.
had a
Good.
There's a restaurant located right in front of the BOK. I cannot remember the name of it, but we had some food there. It was
What was that, Naples Flats, or was it
right by a Pinkettsville, not Naples, but the other one right there called Terra.
Oh, Terreras.
That
was voted Tulsa's number one new restaurant in 2016. It's a Spanish tapas. In other words, they have small dishes, and it's a Spanish theme. It's a really good restaurant. I love it.
It was excellent. And Z, guess what? This week we just passed a record on my tree planting. I've been trying. For anybody who listens to the show regularly, you know that I'm turning Camp Clark and Chicken Palace into a forest.
A forest. You are reforested.
So here's reforesting. Yeah. So here's the deal. I am trying to get to 200 trees. That's my goal.
That's your goal.
And this weekend, I just hit 70 trees. The big 70.
Wow, 1/3 of the way there. That's impressive.
Yeah, we planted 6 more this weekend. Got some evergreens going on in there.
What kind did you plant this week?
I want to tell you, but I don't know.
Okay, that's fair.
I go there and I say, which is the one that's going to give the most coverage? The one that's going to, and this one is supposed to get to about 60 feet of height when it reaches maturity, and it grows at about 2 feet a year. And you have to get 2 trees so they grow together. But I ended up getting 6 of this particular kind of trees. Very excited, and I had to get them from Lowe's because on Easter everybody else was closed, and Lowe's was the only place available to buy said trees.
That was the move, huh?
Yeah, I wanted to go to Atwood's. Atwood's was not available. I looked at other local places as well, but Lowe's was the only place open, my friend. But have you had a good week so far? Are things going well at Zellner Enterprises? What big things are happening?
Well, I tell you what, I had a fantastic this last weekend. I don't even know if I've told you this or not.
No, give me some
updates.
But
I had a colt named Rowdy the Warrior that ran in the Arkansas Derby, which is kind of a big deal. It's a horse. It was a thoroughbred horse that I raised at my ranch, and now he's 3. And he's done well enough that he got a shot to run in the Arkansas Derby. He was the longest shot on the board. But he didn't run dead last. And I went over there on Saturday, this last Saturday, and watched him run. And he ran his little heart out and did good. He ran kind of middle of the pack. But I was proud of him. It was fun. And there you have it. So,
can you walk me through what it looks like when you watch your horse? I mean, are you a guy who cheers? Are you a guy who shouts? Are you a guy who
all the above? As they're loading in the gate, the first thing you dun, 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 dun. When they're loading in the gate, you're sitting there, you're looking at it, and you're going, okay, I'm talking to the jockey now, like he can hear me, right? I mean, he's a ways away. He can't even see me, but I'm talking to him as if he can hear me. Come on, Louis. His name's Louis Quinones. Louis Q.
Is he a big man?
Yeah.
How big is a jockey?
Well, he with him and all of his clothing and the saddle and everything, he couldn't weigh any more than 118 pounds.
Are you serious?
That's what he had to carry. But
wow,
he only
okay.
can make about 116.
Wow.
Which means he probably weighs about 110 to 112, I would imagine. And so he's not a big man.
Not a big man. Okay.
Not a big man. He's a whittle guy. It's really funny when you meet some of the jockeys. They can be as tall as me and be just super skinny, and you're like, "Ooh, dude, that doesn't look good." But the guys that are kind of short and stocky, the little guys, that's sustainable. You can go, okay, that's kind of built for a jockey,
Yeah.
So anyway, when he's in the gate, I'm sitting there, I'm talking to him. Come on, Louis, get him out. Like he's not going to get him out of the gate. Like get him out, just get a good start, And so the gate opened, boom, hit the thing, and everybody roar of the crowd. I mean, there was probably 60,000, 70,000 people there in Hot Springs.
And how long is a race? Is it a couple minutes? Is it how long does it take?
Yeah, this one was a minute 48 actually and change. It was a pretty fast time for it. It was a mile and an eighth. So 8 furlongs make up a mile. So if you've ever watched a horse race and you think, well, what is that? What does that mean? Well, an eight furlongs make a mile. So this one was 9 furlongs, so it was a mile and 1/8. All right. The Kentucky Derby is 10 furlongs, or a mile and 1/4. So anyway, the gates open. He gets out. He gets out good, and he's a late runner. So I told him, before the race, the trainer and I, they're so kind to let me speak, before the race. We're talking strategy, like I know what I'm talking about, So I'm sitting there and I go, just get him out good. And Louis looking at me like he's done it 1,000 times, I go, get him out good, save ground, and then come running. What else do you say, right?
Right.
I try to be first at the end of the race.
You remind me of Greg Popovich, the coach of the Spurs, and they have to do these interviews as an NBA coach. They're required to do interviews in between quarters or during timeouts. And one of the things that happens all the time is Hannah Storm or somebody has the misfortune of having to ask Greg Popovich a question.
Broadcasting live from the center of the universe, you're listening to the Thrivetime Show.
And I kid you not, if you're looking for just a great evening of entertainment, what you need to do is go up on YouTube and watch Greg Popovich respond to reporters. Because they'll say, like, Coach, your team's down by 12 points. And they know he's going to do this. But you're down by 12 points headed into the third quarter. What's your plan? He goes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you exactly what our plan is. And then we're going to do that and hope the opposition doesn't watch. And they're like, what? And he goes, no, I'm not going to tell you what we're doing. We're going to go out there and score 13 points, and hopefully they don't score any more points and we win the game by 1. I mean, he's so sarcastic.
So sarcastic.
Or, Coach, your team seems to be behind. What's the issue? He's like, we have less points at this point.
It
just every time he does it.
It cracks me up. Yeah, but it's funny because he's so. They ask him these ridiculous questions, like he's really going to answer them. You know, like what's your secret play you're going to do when you're down? You know, it's like, well, I'm not going to tell you.
It's so good. And we're talking today about Thrivers, and we're talking about a very specific series of answers to a very specific Thrivers questions. And so we have this new feature, Z, where people can text us 918-851-6920. That's 918-851-6920. And at our in-person workshops, which, by the way, just a couple days until our next in-person workshop, it's April 21st and 22nd, we'll answer any business questions that you have while also teaching you everything you need to know to grow your business. But for those of you who live all over the country or who can't attend this particular event, you can text us 918-851-6920. And albeit it won't be as in-depth as we would do in person, but we're going to answer your questions. And so here is the question from a Thriver. He has 1,300 customers currently, and he's not making a lot of profit. Now, I don't want to give away what city he's in or the name of his company, but I will say he's in the fitness business. He has 1,300 customers who are on average paying about $35 a month, and his question is, how do I get my business to be immediately profitable? I've been in business for 12 years. How do I do it?
Wow. Okay.
12 years in business, 1,300 customers, an average member is paying $35 a month. And so, Z, I'm going to walk them through the 6 steps. And when I miss something, or because, again, we're doing this on the fly. We've thought about this. We've made the plan. But, again, Z has done this in his own businesses, and so he knows the questions that you're not even asking yet, right? So move number 1, I encourage you to optimize your Google map. So what I want you to do right now, Thrivers, is go ahead and, Z, you might want to do this too. This is kind of a fun thing to do. We're going to go ahead and Google Jinx men's haircuts. Jinx men's haircuts. And when you Google, I'll give you just a second, Thrivers. You can pull it up on your smartphone or whatever. You'll notice that elephant in the room has top placement in the map. So if you Google Jinx men's haircuts on using your smartphone or any type of device, we're number 1. And according to Adweek is an organization that researches why people buy. 81% of consumers start their search for a product or service using Google. 81%. So we elephant in the room comes up top in the map, and then we also come up top the first 3 results in Google after that. So as far as the map goes, you need to rename your business like this. So our listing says, elephant in the room of Jinx men's haircuts. It says of. So elephant in the room of Jinx men's haircuts. Why do we name it that way? Because that's what Google wants you to do. I don't know why, but that's what that's step number 1. You have to do it. And Z, if someone says, well, I just don't have the time, I can't find the password, I'm so busy, what would you say? Because this is, when you have 1,300 customers, you're probably busy.
I just go, Billy, ninja. I would say, well, here's the deal. You've got an option. You can, 1, you can do it, or 2, you can not do it, or 3, you can find a team that will do it for you. What does that mean?
What about a team?
Where do you find a team?
The Patriots?
Of like a business ninjas. I mean, where do you find a team that does this on a daily basis? Where do you find a team of young professionals that say, we will do that for you. Oh my gosh.
Well, back in the day, you'd have to hire a full-time graphic designer.
Okay, so I put an ad out for a graphic designer. Okay,
full-time
check,
web developer.
check. Web developer, check.
Full-time optimizer.
Okay, another one. I've got 3 ads working now.
Probably somebody who can write content, like a copywriter or somebody who can write ads.
Okay.
So probably 4 people.
Okay, 4 people. So far I've got 4 ads out there, and I'm looking for 4 people.
So you're out, like $4,000 a week, maybe $3,000 a week for all 4 people at this point.
Well, but I need to because I want to make money, and so I know I got to spend money to make money, and I got to get the team, and so I'm out looking for these guys.
And that was the paradigm that you and I started our businesses with. We had to hire full-time people or hire big-time firms to do it. And now, Z, with Thrive15.com and our one-on-one business coaching, you and I have teamed up to make it how much per month?
Oh, my. Now you've got a little shortcut. Are you telling me about the shortcut?
Well, you and I have invested millions of dollars to build the world's best and most affordable online business school. And many of the subscribers who are paying, by the way, the first month, $1 a month, and then $19 a month thereafter for the world's best business school, said, do you guys recommend a web developer? Do you guys recommend a graphic designer? Do you guys have a videographer you could recommend? And we kept saying, yeah, you might want to find someone local. You might want to try to find somebody. And then we realized we already have the team. We have the best team. You and I already have the team. And now for $1,500 a month, you too can have access to the world's best business coaching program. Z, it blows my mind.
It blows my mind. $1.
Oh, Z, I almost don't want to come in with a track that hot. That track is so hot. It's like we're standing on the surface of the sun. You are an amazing disc jockey. Your musical knowledge, through osmosis. It's like you're picking up these DJ skills. You just, through ESP, through osmosis, through telecommunication, you are almost like picking up the sonic vibrations from my DJ career, and it's feeding your subconscious mind. And now your DJ skills, at first I was the master, and now it's like you are now the master. It's like where, Obi-Wan Kenobi taught Darth Vader, and now Darth Vader wants to strike down Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're like the Darth Vader of disc jockeying, my friend.
Well, that's why my feelings got hurt. I am glad you are recognizing a sub skill set that I have, and
it's a massive skill.
For those of you who don't know, and if you've been listening to the show of any length, you do know this, but Clay, one of his first very successful business was he started a DJ company and roared that thing up, sold it for a bunch of money, and was doing 4,000 or 5,000 events a year. And at the time, his wife was working for me at one of my optometry clinics. And so I got a little fussy with him the other day, and I said, you know what? You never, ever once asked me to DJ any event. It could have been just like someone's little, hey, my little teenage girl's having a birthday party. We'd like to have a little DJ over there. Can you come DJ? Anything. I didn't have to be like a big fancy wedding or whatnot. So I said, you know what? I put that on my bucket list now. I want to DJ an event. And he goes, well, Z, I sold the company. I said, well, I don't care.
Z, do you know why I didn't ask you? There were some events that scarred me physically. They scarred my body and emotionally. So I'll give you an example. I got booked for an event one time. You tell me if this was a problem.
Okay.
The person calls me and says, we want to book an entertainer, a disc jockey for our daughter's wedding. I said, great. Where's it at? They said, at Grand Lake.
Okay.
It never occurs to me, nor do they volunteer the information, that it will be on a pontoon boat on said lake.
Oh, well, that's okay.
Now, I am the palest male in the world. If I was making my own beer, it would be pale male.
Pale male.
So I get asked. So
white buds.
Dude, let me tell you this. So I get on the pontoon boat, and they want me to dress nice. Disc jockey, you either wear like a tuxedo or a suit or something. I've got a suit on. Everybody else is casual. It's on Grand Lake in the summer. I'm not exaggerating. This is like in July. So it's like 102, 103.
Oh, no.
How hot is it on the center of the lake?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
So I'm just sweating profusely. I have no sunscreen. No one volunteers to give me sunscreen. I ask, do we have any sunscreen? Everyone's like, well, we don't have. So I am just burning. I am just totally, and I'm drenched.
Cooking.
I'm DJing, and then because we offered unlimited time, I didn't think about putting any type of governors on that. No, so I'm DJing from like 11 a.m. till like 2 in the morning on a boat filled with drunk people. And by the time we get back to shore, my skin is as red as your soccer jersey.
Oh my
I'm like a lobster, and I come home the next day at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. This is back before the cell phone. But when you had singular cell phone and you had like 300 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So you don't want to make a call while you're roaming because it would cost you like $10 a minute.
Oh yeah.
So I come in the front door talking to my wife, and I said, she goes, "What happened? Why didn't you call?" And you get to that point in life where you get to a certain level sometimes where you just don't care. And I just didn't call on the way home because I was just thinking like, what choices have I made in my life that have got me to this place? What did I do? What bet did I lose?
Where did it go wrong?
And so the human experience is this. Whenever we think of things and we think of memories, we typically think about the best thing and the worst thing.
Was that the worst?
Yeah, that was one of the worst. And so when I think about inviting you to Disc Jockey, I think about, I love you so much. I don't want you to end up on Grand Lake wearing a tuxedo, burning every inch of your body that's not covered by the suit that's trapping you and making you, it's like getting smaller and tighter as you sweat more. It's brutal.
And baking you. Well, that's what, hey, listen, info@thrive15.com. If you can write a compelling letter as to why you think Clay and myself, Dr. Z, should come and DJ your event, we're going to choose one event this year, this summer, this season, whatever, I don't know, whatever you call it. And we are going to come, we're going to bring all the equipment, we're going to set it all up, we're going to take it all down, and it's going to cost you nothing. Free. Because I want this on my bucket list. So Clay and I, he's an expert. So if you said, listen, we're going to be on a pontoon boat in the middle of Grand Lake.
Oh, please don't.
We're probably not going to choose that one. I
would love a corporate event or a wedding in October. October is a great time for a party.
Is that the move?
Yeah, because it's you're hauling equipment and you're going to be sweating and it's I'm just telling you this. I did a wedding at Tarp Chapel in Broken Arrow one time, and the bride, she says when she's booking the wedding, she says, "Hey, I'm going to have my wedding in June outside at Tarp Chapel, which is now called the Glass Chapel, underneath the gazebo. Do you think this is a great idea?" That's a trick question.
Yeah.
So as a salesperson, as a DJ, I learned quickly, don't answer the question. Just say, "Well, what do you think?" So she goes, "I think it'd be great." And I go, "Well, my wife and I were actually married there," which is true. And so I get out to her wedding. It's in June. And the bride comes out, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da. And she's walking down the little path, and she walks by her wedding cake, which is now completely a puddle. Yeah. It's totally melted.
Yeah, June.
And she starts to weep. She starts to cry. People are sweating profusely. These are the kinds of emotional, traumatic experiences that you run into as a disc jockey that through much therapy, I am just now to the point where I can talk about it.
Well, and I'm glad you can. And you know what? Full disclosure. I mean, obviously, there's some emails that may come in that we are just going to instantly go, no chance. But there's somebody out there that says, "Hey, listen, I would like these guys to come DJ my event. And I'm going to write a compelling letter, and we might just choose yours. We're going to pick one, and we're going to go do it. We'll film it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be epic because Clay is probably, I know he's the world's best business coach, but he probably is one of the world's best DJs also. And so we are going to just bring the excellence to that event and make it like over the top. And then we can drop the mic and go, okay, we did that. And it'll be fun. So
info
at thrive15.com, info@thrive15.com. Write your letter, make it good, make it emotional, make it and then make us maybe tear up a little bit when we read it.
When I say your event will be excellent, when we say that, what we mean is that both Z and I are obsessed with delivering the highest quality service possible. So our combined OCD-ness will make the event so incredible that your brain might explode. Now, Thrivers, you can email us or text us any questions you have about how to grow your business. And we have one Thriver that took the challenge and texted us, and he says, basically, my business has 1,300 current customers, and I'm not making any money. I have a fitness gym, and the average person is paying $35 a month, and I need to make a profit. I'm not making any money. He's been at this for 12 years. So move number one we just taught you in the previous segment is you have to update your Google map. You need to label your business as the name of your company and then of the name of your city
and the word gyms. And I know it's kind of hard to picture that over the radio show, so I want you to go ahead and Google search Jinx Men's Haircuts. Go ahead and Google that, Jinx Men's Haircuts, and label the name of your Google map exactly how we've done it at Elephant in the Room. Or Google Jefferson City Carpet Cleaning and label it exactly as we did for OxyFresh. And then move number 2 is you must develop a no-brainer immediately. An absolute, holy crap, that offer is so good I cannot say no kind of advertisement or promotion. And when we come back, we're going to talk about how to develop an absolute, incredibly awesome no-brainer. All right, if you are shooting for the stars with your business, if you are trying to achieve a big goal this year, then you have found your new favorite radio show. It's the Thrivetime Show on your radio. It's business school without the BS. And yes, my name is Clay Clark, but more importantly, I am joined here with the co-host with the mo-ost, a man who is an optometrist turned tycoon. The guy who he's sort of like the Daniel Boone of Tulsa tycoons. He's out there exploring uncharted new territory, constantly venturing into new industries and into niches he's never been in before. He's never even scratched some of the niches he hops into. He goes from optometry. He goes from optometry to auto auctions. From that to a durable medical company. To that, and he goes. I mean, if you think about the industries he's involved in, then he goes into banking. I mean, the guy's in so many different industries. It is Dr. Robert Zellner.
You've always been very kind in your introductions, and I do appreciate it. Sometimes you have a tad bit of an embellishment, shall we say?
What?
A flair about it. But the Daniel Boone reference, I think that's the first time we've done over 160 shows now, and I think that's the first time you've slipped in Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone was a man.
Well,
he's big man.
You know what I do on the weekends?
It's kind of like Sam. Sam kind of reminds. He's very Daniel Boone-ish. If you think about it, he's a lumberjack. He kind of has that. He's always just eating liquid chicken and lifting weights.
Okay, first off,
he's probably they're doing
really,
crunches right now.
He really does consume liquid chicken. Sam, are you mic'd right now, buddy? Can you explain to the Thrivers? Because that's before we get into how to grow a successful company.
I know, this is crazy.
We need to deal with this.
Yeah,
I am here. So ask away.
So you actually liquefy chicken and put it into a protein shake?
Yeah, over the weekend I prepare. I cook about 6 pounds of chicken in the oven, and then I chop it up and freeze it. That way I can make myself a tasty shake.
What?
I don't even know what to say about that. It's kind of like I feel like I pull up in Sonic and I hit the little button, it comes cracking over things. Yes, what can I help you? I'd like I'd like a double chicken shake and some fries.
Sam, have you ever made them raw? Have you ever put some raw chicken or raw meat in there, buddy?
I have not. I don't feel like having salmonella.
Have you put raw eggs in there though before?
I have done that before.
Thank you for coming to Sonic. You wanted a what? Yes, ma'am. I need a chicken shake, please, and some fries. Excuse me?
Oh, my gosh.
I actually had Abigail from Elephant in the Room. I walked over to her. I said, hey, you want to smell my shake? She didn't know what it was. She goes, wow, that smells really good. I was like, it's got chicken in it. She goes, that's disgusting.
That's so sick.
That is sick. Now, here's the deal, Thrive Nation. We have a Thriver who emailed us in a question. He said specifically, how do I grow my business now? Here's the scenario. 1,300 current customers. He's been in business for 12 years. He has a fitness facility. The average person's paying $35 a month. Move number 1, optimize your Google map. Move number 2.
Optimize that thing.
Z, move number 2, I want to ask you. The no-brainer. Why do you have to have a ridiculously compelling, you can't say no to it offer? Why is that so important?
Well, the reason why it's important is because you've got to get the golden look. You've got to get the golden look.
What does that mean?
Well, the golden look is when you get the opportunity to then sell them for their lifetime. So the first one is, I refer to it as the golden look. You can call it, whatever you'd like. So, for example, at Elephant in the Room, your men's hair grooming establishment,
yes,
the first haircut and first experience is $1. Basically, it's free. I mean, call it what it is. I mean, $1. Really? Come on. That's kind of free.
It's $1.
It's $1. And if you go back in time, I mean, from like 1971, it's probably like 12 cents. I mean,
yeah,
with
before the gold standard, before we got off the gold standard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's maybe 8 cents. I don't know. So it's basically free. But what that is, the opportunity for them to come in and you get the golden look. And what that means is they come in and you're now have the opportunity to cut their hair and impress them and then sell them on the packages, sell them on you. Step one, you've got to get them in the door. You can't make them a lifelong customer if you can't get them in the door to begin with.
Okay, I'm going to just beat you up with questions.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Question number one. With your optometry clinic, what is your no-brainer at Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates?
Well, my no-brainer has always been established around the figure $99 from day one for 26 years.
$99.
Yeah, back when I opened, it was actually 2 pair of contacts, one colored, one clear, the exam, follow-up, solutions, the whole deal for $99. Then it morphed into 2 pair of glasses or glasses and contacts, and now it's still $99. You say, how can you just, how's that possible? It doesn't seem possible. It is possible. Now what we do is 1 pair of glasses and the eye exam and on the follow-up care and free frame warranty and everything that comes, all the goodies that come with that for just $99. So I'm hanging on to that number because, there's something kind of magical about certain numbers, and so 99, look, your shirt, if you could see right now in the box that rocks, you have a Claytron jersey over there, and it says 99 on it. So I'm always stimulated by that number, 99.
Now, I want to ask you this question on behalf of the Thriver, these are questions that I get asked all the time from business coaching clients.
Okay.
So I'm assuming he's going to want to know this.
Okay.
One is, what if I don't want to be known as a discounter? I don't want to be somebody who, my current marketing isn't producing results, but I don't want to be known as a cheapo discounter,
Well, your no-brainer doesn't have to be based upon money. It can be based on some other factor, kind of like, hey, come in for your first haircut. If you don't like it, it'll be free.
So what does this gym do? Let's say that this gym is located in let's go with Sarasota, Florida. Okay,
it's a gym. Random city. Okay, we'll
and I'm saying that because I don't want to divulge the city of the Thriver, but I'm trying to think of Thrivers and cities they're in. So Sarasota. So what would be an offer that you could make if the guy didn't want to commit to maybe $1 for your first month? What's maybe another kind of no-brainer? I hate to put you on the spot, but just get your creative juices flowing here.
Well, what I would say is, what other things do they offer there at the gym? Do they have what other features do they have? Do they do classes? Is it just free weights? Do they have training? Do they provide personal trainers? Do they provide daycare? I'd probably want to dig a little bit more into it, but let's say hypothetically they provide all those things. Well, then instead of doing a discount on the monthly fee, you could say, hey, listen, free month of personal training. Okay, free month of personal training, right?
So you're adding something.
Your add-on, you're adding in, or you could say something ridiculous offer. If this isn't the best, gym experience you've ever had, then we will refund your money after a month. You've got a month to come in and try it. If you don't like it, we will refund your money. So therefore, if it's not the best in your opinion, and so the point is that whatever you do, you're trying to get them in the door so you can wow them. Now you got to make sure that there's a lot of things on the back end that you got to make sure you're taken care of too, and that's what we teach you at our in-person workshops. By the way, do we have any tickets left? Because we have one coming up.
We've got just a few left here, so you got to go to
21st and 22nd. Go ahead.
Go to thrivetimeshow.com. We have just a few tickets left. And for anybody, Z, who's not familiar with the workshops and the kind of stuff they can learn, what are just a few things people can learn at our in-person 2-day workshops?
Well, the thing that I get probably told the most from Thrivers that come to it, because I normally show up and hang out for a little bit. It's a lot of fun. And the thing that it's kind of interesting, but a lot of them say, well, what was your best segment? And more times than not, they'll say time management. I go, really, time management? Goes, yes, because I know I got to get stuff done. I know I need to get stuff done, and I just seem to run out of time. So the idea that I could now organize my time, make time almost like work for me. I'm in charge of time. I'm in charge of the time continuum. And the days seem to just last forever, ever.
When we come back, we're going to be talking a lot about the flux capacitor, the space-time continuum, and really how to travel back into the future. No, and in all sincerity, when we come back, we're going to get more, we're going to dive deeper into the no-brainer offer, how to get new customers inside your business. So move number one, we said, was you definitely have to optimize your Google map, and you have to go get 100 reviews. You have to get 100 reviews. I'm telling you what, you've got to do whatever it takes to get reviews. If you don't know how to do it, get out to one of our in-person workshops. We can teach you how to generate authentic reviews from your actual customers. No scamming, okay? Now, move number two is you absolutely have to create a no-brainer. That's an offer that somebody cannot say no to. And so Z and I were talking to you about one could be a very discounted price. The other move is you could add some value. I'm going to fire off 8 moves that have been proven to work in the world of no-brainerness.
Ooh. Hey, you know what? I know it's lunchtime. For those of you listening live, for those on the podcast, it could be 3 a.m. You could be in like Poland. I don't even know.
You could be in Poland at 3 a.m.
You could be anywhere in the world right now listening to the pod. But for those of you at lunch, you might be saying to yourself, oh, I don't have a pad, I don't have a pen, and he's getting ready to read off these 8 things that I know I need to know. Here's the good news. Here's the good news. Take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. You can go to Thrivetime Show whenever you want. We put every show as a podcast on there.
Yes.
Because you might be saying to yourself, listen, I don't need that. I don't have a business yet. I mean, I'm going to get one, I think, down the road, and that's why I like listening to the show. But my aunt Matilda in Cleveland.
Oh, in Cleveland.
Is she's got a business she's trying to start. And so I am going to, this is crazy. This is going to sound crazy, but you can actually send her this podcast. I know that sounds crazy.
You could wait. Are you saying we could send other people a podcast?
Yes.
How is this possible?
Now that we control time, we also control a thing called our computer. And we can actually forward things over the world.
That's amazing how that's possible. Al Gore, thank you.
And in fact, we are working on it. We don't have it complete. No, it's not. Don't get too excited.
Okay.
But we're actually going to be able to have it to where you can forward it to other planets soon. Not quite yet.
Yeah, soon, and that'll be very soon. Elon Musk is working on it.
He's working on it. Mars, yeah. We're building a tower there currently as we speak. And I think a big cord going to connect it. So that's what Elon was saying.
So you're saying that you have an investment opportunity to reach other planets with podcasts? This sounds really good. Is this a ground level sort of deal? Can I get in at the end?
Yes, you may. Yes, you may. It's just, do you have a credit card?
I would like to refer you to 10 friends I know, too, because this is great.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, here's the deal, Thrivers. Here are the 8 known no-brainers. Move number 1, you could do buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free.
BOGO.
I love the BOGO. Z,
BOGO.
Take us on the BOGO stick. Help us bounce our sales to the next level. Help us just jump our sales to the next level. What's a BOGO?
Well, the great thing about a BOGO, you buy one, you get one, right, is that, number 1, you can think of it as
holy cow.
They're thinking holy cow, but they're also thinking now multiples when they come in the door. You know what I mean? Like my move used to be, you get 2, you get a pair of glasses and contacts for a price, right?
Right.
And that got them thinking, oh, I want both. I need both. I should have both.
Oof.
And so now all of a sudden you're getting them coming in thinking about already multiplicity, and then that gives you two opportunities. It's buy one, get one. Well, maybe those 2 things also have some additional sales that can be attached to them, okay?
This was my understanding. This is how polygamy got started.
Oh, is it? Oh,
they started talking. When people would first enter into the cult, they would start bringing up this buy one get one free culture.
That's where it
and then what happened is polygamy became a thing, and now
I get it now.
So if you're listening right now and you have a cult or you're wanting to start one, that's the first tip you want to do. Is you want to introduce the BOGO. The buy one, get one free, and you might have to give up your soul for this. You might lose your salvation and your soul.
We just kind of went. I think you went. This is where me as the adult and the guardrail steps into the show and goes up to Clay and goes psh, psh, and just get back on track.
Oh, sorry.
So move 1 in the no-brainer is BOGO. Buy one, get one free, and you see it all the time on TV. It's kind of like, hey, this sweeper is $19, but that's not. You get another one. Just pay shipping and handling. You get another one. So the BOGO. Great.
Welcome to the first cult you've ever been to.
I got it. Hold on, guys.
Sorry,
I got to walk away from my mic and go throat punch him. I'll be right back. Hold on.
I'm saying I try to help all Thrivers out there, and I feel like there's somebody out there who's really focused on starting a good ground level, kind of a harmless cult endorsing polygamy, and I highly do not endorse it. Now, move number 2 is the $1 first purchase. If you make it $1, that's a move that I love that move because the move is it's great because it forces the person offering the move to deliver. So I'm going to give you an example of how not to use this move and how to use this move.
Okay.
Example number 1. This is how not to use the move. There is a landscaper I used to work with in Dallas, and he used to say he'll mow your lawn for the first time for $1.
All right.
You know where the move didn't go so well?
It's a big yard?
They'd screw it up every time.
Oh, yeah.
They'd show up late, and they would say, well, since it's only $1, we're going to send out our new people, our worst people. We're not going to return the calls. And I mean, this is stupid. So if you're somebody who is operating under the life habit force of jackassery, please avoid the $1 offer because this will make things worse.
It will, yeah. Then you're not making any money, and you're not even getting any good golden looks. You are getting more like a dirt look. Or
now here's the move. Here's the move. When you have a laser show and you know that you have an experience that wows, this is what we do at the Elephant in the Room, because we know that when you come in there for your first haircut for $1, you're going to walk in and they're going to say, "What kind of adult beverage do you want?"
Oh yeah, I'm
You're going to
thirsty.
say, "An adult beverage?"
I'm thirsty.
And they're going to say, "Now, do you want a paraffin hand dip?"
Ooh, that feels good.
See, have you ever had a paraffin hand dip?
Oh, maybe. It's kind of a personal question, I think.
What about some hot towel treatment?
Oh yeah, come on.
What about an extended shampoo right there?
Oh,
Scalp massage?
Yeah. I'm gonna give you 90 minutes to stop that right there.
What about that? He does essential oils going into your brain.
Oh, stop. And now you just, I got $1 right here.
Now, what about a haircut?
I think, and that, yeah.
What about a style consultation?
Come on. Ooh.
What about the little tips like, hey, cut your neck hair. You're looking like a Yeti.
Oh.
All right, no, but seriously, what if their style tip is, hey, buddy, you don't want a mane. You don't want a mane. Is that a mullet or is that your neck hair growing out? What are you doing?
Well, I like the party. Can you guys do perms as $1? Can I get a perm with that $1?
It's such a shame I didn't know you back when you were in that Rick James phase of your life when you had a big perm.
What about extensions? Can I get like Braveheart? You get those extensions all put out. And
these are all. All I'm saying is
come in a bagpipe and a kilt. I need a kilt. That's one thing.
You do need a kilt, brother.
That's one thing. I see guys wear kilts and I'm like, that just seems comfortable.
Now this right here, this is the kind of mojo and that confidence you have when you're making $1 offer and you know your service is hot.
Oh yeah,
it's hot.
Hot sauce.
Thank you everyone. Thrive15.com. It's $1 for your first month, Broseph.
We've been playing a game the last couple of weeks of which costs more, the first month of Thrive or the item in my hand. And right now, for those of you who can't see it, I've got a box of red hot tamales.
Oof.
Fierce cinnamon, 5 net ounces. And I would ask you, Sam, the producer, which costs more, this box from Walmart, 5 ounces of hot tamales, or the first month of Thrive?
Well, does the box have anything in it?
Well, it did. I think someone ate it.
Well, if it's brand new, I would say that Thrive 15 is more than that.
Ooh, you are wrong, Sam the Lumberjack. This is $1.06 with tax. Maybe that was a little tricky part I should have mentioned. And the customary government fees, we'll say on that.
Yes, to help buy.
$1.06 for a box of tamales, 5 ounces, which is gone in like 2 seconds. Or life-changing business coaching for $1. It's kind of like the Netflix of business school. I mean, you can binge watch that. You can search it. They've got all kinds of great people on there.
Who's the guy who's a subscriber who has millions of people that he connects with? What's the guy's name? Jake Paul. Jake Paul. Jake Paul apparently is a listener of the show.
Yeah.
He's a Thrive15.com subscriber. He has millions of people that follow him on YouTube. Jake Paul. And it's $1, guys. I'm telling you what, David Robinson, the NBA Hall of Famer, he digs Thrive15.com. I mean, Michael Levine, the PR consultant for Nike, for Pizza Hut, for Prince's Estate, all these people, the Clintons, I mean, President Bush, can you dig it? Get an old school shovel and dig it. I mean, these guys dig Thrive15.com. It's $1 for the first month, and you have to tap into the no-brainer. When we come back, we're going to throw even more no-brainers at you because you have to get new customers through the door. If you want to make more, Z, you have to do it.
It is what it is. And you know what? That's what we love about the show. We're going to give you practical business steps. You follow them step by step, by step. You are going to grow your business, and you're going to have time freedom, and you're going to have financial freedom.
Stay tuned. Step by Step by New Kids on the Block coming up next.
Thrive Nation, I wish that you could see Z's dance moves. This guy, he has more moves than a U-Haul truck. I mean, I'm telling you what, this guy has more moves than Kevin McHale in his prime. I mean, Z can break it down like fractions. And Thrivers, if you don't know who Z is, Dr. Z is an optometrist turned tycoon, turned the Daniel Boone of entrepreneurship, exploring vast, uncharted territories. Have you guys ever watched, Thrivers, have you ever seen the Star Trek? You know, the intro for Star... Z, do you remember Star Trek, that movie there?
I love Star Trek.
Do you really?
Are you kidding me? Yes.
So that's a thing for you. You're into it.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, yes. I watched it every week back when I was a kid. It was just... I loved it. I mean, just the excitement of it, where are they going this time? What's going to happen? What impossible feat is Captain Kirk going to get out of this time? How is he going to save the universe yet again? I don't know. We'll find out. All wrapped up neatly in 1 hour.
I'm queuing up the intro music here from Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Ricardo Montalban.
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Just a man's man of men. I mean, just menness. I mean,
this is when
manness.
This is the scene where they're pulling out the Enterprise, the newly refurbished Enterprise.
Oh, yeah.
They're pulling out of the space dock.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and Scotty's always trying to give it more power.
Oh, always.
The entire time, Kirk's like, hey, you know, Scotty, can I get some more power? Scotty, can I get some more power?
I'm giving you all I got, Captain.
He's always back there. Scotty acts like he's physically somehow exerting himself to turn up the power.
Oh, I know.
I can't give you any more, Captain. I can't, you know. And he's always
giving you all I got.
She's gonna break apart, you know. And Captain Kirk was always in search of being able to turn down his shields so he could turn up the photons. That was
you gotta get the photons. You gotta get the photons out.
And then Sulu wasn't a big talker, but he could always hit that warp drive button.
But you knew when they flashed to Sulu, when you flashed over to him, you knew it was a serious moment.
Well, the thing about Kirk is he was such a good delegator. He created such great time freedom. He didn't have time to hit the buttons. He said, Sulu, you know, warp power. And then Sulu would hit the button that he could have hit, but he was such a good delegator. He didn't have time for that.
Oh, my God, I just figured it out.
What is it?
Oh, my gosh, you're my Spock to me being Captain Kirk.
I feel like
I'm the emotional kind of, and you're like the logical, stoic, you know, I don't, you know, kind of little pointed ears and just, you know, got the same haircut every
the same
show, you know. You're my Spock.
This is Spock's theme music, by the way. Just gonna introduce.
I didn't know yet. I didn't know.
I think this is on music.
Oh, he does. Well, of course he does.
Yeah, go on Spotify. This is Spock's theme music. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now, Thrivers, what we're talking today is something very logical.
Yes.
It's how to grow your business. And we have a Thriver who did the logical thing and text us their question.
Yep.
To 918-851-6920. And we're answering his question. He says, listen, I have 1,300 current customers. I've been in business for 12 years. They pay $35 a month. I want to grow my business now. Step number one, we said, was optimize your Google map. Get a bunch of reviews. Get 100 reviews. Optimize your Google map and get 100 reviews. We teach you how to do it step by step at our in-person workshop. And then move number two is you have to develop a no-brainer. So move number one for the no-brainer is buy one, get one free. Move number two is a dollar first purchase. Now move number three is the freemium. And here to introduce the freemium offer is Coach Calvert from scoreball.com. And he is the czar of the freemium model. Coach Calvert, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend? Sam, apparently his mic has been muted unfairly and unjustly. Coach Calvert, let's try that one more time. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing really great, thank you.
Okay, so I want to ask here at scoreball.com. Let's say that someone listening here has a son or daughter who is playing the great game of basketball, and they're not getting as much play time as they would like. They're not playing as much as they would like to in the games. Their skills need to be developed. What is the no-brainer offer? What is, for first-time customers, what is an offer that you make there at Score B-Ball on your website and over every day?
We want them to come in for at least one free class.
One free class?
Mm-hmm.
How could you possibly, Z, how could he possibly survive while giving away something free for the first class?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's marketing. You've got to look at it as marketing dollars. You can't look at it as free. You've got to look at it as I have the opportunity now to sell them on a lifetime or at least a long chunk of time. I mean, you know, a young person comes in. What's the average age of the kid that you start to coach?
11 or 12.
Okay, 11 or 12. So you probably have, 6 or 7 or 8 or maybe even 10 years of lifetime of that. So one free coaching experience, 30 minutes, an hour? How long is your session?
An hour.
An hour. So 1 hour, whatever that value is, you think of as marketing dollars. You just think of it as, I could go out there and and spend that money to get someone to come in. It's the same thing. So, you just got to kind of think of it reverse. So you get them in, you give them that, and then you wow them. They're like, my little Billy's got to come back because this is the legit deal. We loved it. It was awesome. You delivered. And look, Billy's already dribbling better. This is awesome.
Now, this next no-brainer offer here, guys, is the try it before you buy it. Coach, essentially that's what you're doing with the free lesson.
Sure, yeah. We assume that if they come in our door, that they're going to be sold.
Describe the experience for the first time somebody comes into Score B-Ball. What does the first time experience look like for a new customer?
Well, first of all, we're going to make sure they feel comfortable and that they know exactly what they're going to do. We make sure they know how to get there. We make sure that they know they're going to meet with Sarah when they walk in the door. The first thing for us is just making sure they're comfortable, that there's nothing new that they're going to be experiencing, that it's easy for them to know what to do. So then we encourage the kid, go grab a ball, get a ball in their hands, and so that the kid gets comfortable. And then the third thing is when they get started, we just make sure that they aren't intimidated, that they aren't scared of anything, that they're nice and relaxed, and that they're just having fun.
Now, this next move is the money-back guarantee. This is a no-brainer offer, number 5. Z, talk to me about the money-back guarantee and why that is so powerful for people who witness it for the first time.
Well, it's so powerful because people are saying, hey, listen, I may not like it. I mean, they're selling me a bill of goods here, and I may not like it. And the only thing that would really upset me is, one, that I would waste my time, and 2, that I'd waste my money, right? On attempting to purchase or attempting to do this thing. So you remove one of those. I mean, I can't give you back your time, though we are trying to teach you how to control time at our workshop. I can't give you back that, but at least I can give you back your money. This show's all about helping people find 2 things in life, and that is time freedom and money freedom by building your business and having a successful business. So by doing that, we at least, we relieve one of those issues with you. So if you say, listen, if I go there and I tried this and I don't like it and it wasn't as advertised and he's going to guarantee to give me back my money, now I feel, okay, I know I can't get that time back, but at least I could get that back. Right.
Now, Thrive Nation, here is an example of an absolute money-back guarantee. Z, our in-person workshops are legendary. We get great feedback. People love them. They always come back and bring friends. If you Google Thrive 15 conference reviews, Thrive 15 workshop reviews, if you do any research at all reading the reviews, people love the in-person 2-day workshops, which is why they have a money-back guarantee. We couldn't do it, Z, if it wasn't a very good workshop.
They're very healthy. We've kind of bore it down to 13 core things that you need to do to start and grow your business. We handle these for 2 days, and then we have a team, and then you go, okay, now I get it. And we even have a team that can help you with these 13 core things that we teach you. But I tell you what, it's $500. It's 2 days. You can bring 3 people with you, and we have scholarships. So if you say to yourself, I can't afford $500, we can help you. We have a lot of businessmen and people in Tulsa that have said, this is good stuff. I'm going to give some money to your scholarship program because if somebody there from wherever really needs this information, I don't want them to not get it because they can't afford it.
I would say that there's very few movies where I could say, if you see the movie, I guarantee you're going to love it. But Braveheart, Z, is one of those movies. Coach Calvert, have you seen Braveheart?
About 5 times.
Okay, for anybody who's yet to watch Braveheart, I'm telling you what, you can't watch Braveheart and be an American and not love that movie. I mean, Z, that's a great movie. I guarantee the Thrivers, if you see that movie, you're going to love that movie.
Oh, I did. It's one of my top 10, Braveheart. Yeah, I loved it.
You know what? So the thing is, when you tell somebody, I guarantee you're going to love that movie, you're going out on a limb. Anytime you guarantee something, and I'm just telling you, I guarantee for sure, I guarantee you that if you come out to our in-person workshop, it's going to be a game changer for you. And if it's not, it's an absolute refund, money back. No questions asked. Just we're done. It's money back.
Absolutely. And when you're here, there's not going to be this weird kind of upselling. I hear about these. You can go online and see this, but a lot of people go to these workshops and they're employed to get them in so they can upsell them this ridiculous stuff. Okay, now it's kind of like, okay, the secret's becoming a millionaire. Come and show up, and then they're like, Okay, for the 20 of you, we're going to really give you the secrets for an extra ridiculous amount of money.
Clay Stairs shared this on a Monday, on the Monday show.
Yeah.
But here's kind of the scenario. He's a client of mine who's gone on to, he was a school teacher, and he's gone on to build over $1 million net worth as a result of doing his speaking and consulting. He's an awesome guy. And Clay Stairs was having a hard time learning to sell. And I said, Clay, you need to go to the T. Harv Eker Millionaire Mindset workshop. It's powerful. You're going to learn a ton about selling. But what I want you to do is I want you to promise you're going to leave your wallet in your car because they are going to high pressure you. I promise you. And do not buy it. And Z, I'm telling you, he calls me from day 2.
Yeah.
After they've just been talking to you for 30 hours or 20 hours about everything you're supposed to do. And they said, we want everyone to stand up and we want you to bring $100 up to the front and we're going to set it on fire. Because that's what you're doing. Because that's what you're doing if you don't take advantage of this offer. And then they do the takeaway. Then they do the takeaway saying we only have like 30 spots available, and if you don't sign up now, you won't get it. You're going to miss out. And then they had testimonial videos playing, and he calls me and he says, I feel like I'm going to do it. I feel like I don't want to miss out. I'm like, would you stop? Put the phone down. Put the wallet down. Throw the wallet in the river.
Run, Forrest, run.
But I think that's what a lot of people have experienced. And he learned a lot at the seminar. But he goes, dude, the high pressure manipulation techniques were over the top.
Yeah.
Now, move number 6 is samples. And for the sake of time, I want to make sure you're getting this. If you have a great food product, like Barbie Cookies, one of our thrivers out there, just give away a sample. Give away a sustainable amount of samples. Just do it. When you give somebody a sample and they love it, nobody wants to just have like a half a cookie. Z, if you have a little sample of a cookie, she has those little sample cookies in her place. You can't have a 1/10 of a cookie and not want an entire cookie.
I mean, it's tough. It takes a lot of self-control, which fortunately most people don't have around cookies. So, yeah. That's the move, samples. It's here again. You go, well, that costs me money, and that it's about marketing. It's about using your money to deliver your products. And if you're selling stuff, you've got to get those samples out there. Very powerful because people then get a taste of it. They go, ooh. Now guess what? Ooh,
so nice.
Raggy.
So if I'm selling smoothies, should I give out chicken shake samples?
Put those away. Unbelievable. Wow. You get a reputation as a chicken smoothie place. I don't know if you have any customers.
Thank you for coming to Sonic. What can I do for you? I'd like a chicken smoothie, please, and some fries. Sam, if you didn't listen earlier in the show, Sam, our producer over there, is a big workout dude, and so he finds creative ways to get protein into his body. And his newest move is to make a chicken shake, an actual shake with chicken in it.
And he only does that because when he looked into the science of cutting off the leg of a cow and just eating it directly, he realized that wasn't as safe. So he's now grinding up chickens instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable. Now, move number 7 is deep discounts. Think Hobby Lobby. Z, Hobby Lobby, it's no secret. They always have something half off, 70% off. Coach, have you ever been in there and seen something 80% off at Hobby Lobby? Have you ever seen a discount at Hobby Lobby?
Mm-hmm.
You ever bought something at a discount there?
Yes, I have. That's where I get a lot of my stuff for the house. We love that store.
Have you ever bought anything not discounted there?
Oh, no.
Z, I mean, have you ever seen a Hobby Lobby item be procured by a female member of your family, and they say, look, I saved all this money?
Absolutely. And I think jewelry stores, that's kind of the move. A lot of them, it's almost like they mark them up so they can mark them down. I mean, it's like that's kind of the move in some of these
I worked in a large retail store back in the day, and one of the moves is my boss would walk up to me and say, hey, mark it up to mark it down. And you would actually raise the price.
Oh, yeah.
And then you would lower the price and talk about how it was the new low price after you just raised the price. And you'd show how much money people were saving. It's unbelievable. Now, Throw, as we come back, we have yet another no-brainer option here for you because we're trying to teach you specifically how to grow your business this year very fast. Stay tuned. Thrivetimeshow.com. Welcome back to the Thrivetime Show. For anybody tuning in from other planets, other countries, other cities, other townships, other places, other locations, other continents, we welcome you to the Thrivetime Show on your radio, the number one radio show of choice for entrepreneurs. If you've ever wanted to start or grow a successful business, you're in luck because that is all we talk about. And why do we do it? Because we are obsessed, both Dr. Z and I are obsessed with helping you to create the time freedom and financial freedom that you need and want and deserve. Because Z, this Easter, on Easter Sunday, we could have been spending our time doing anything that we wanted to do because we've been blessed to have the financial resources to do that. We weren't forced to work overtime at a job, put in the extra hours. But you know what? Both of us did that back in the day. Both of us had jobs where we worked 7 days a week. We've done that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you what, that's oftentimes the move we get. Well, how do I get money? How do I get the resources to start my business? Well, we have all kinds of ways to raise capital on Thrive15.com that we teach you. But one of the core ways is to just JOB, get a job, get a second job, work more time, have one job you live on, one job you save. I mean, come on, it's your time. You get to do with it what you want to do.
Now, Thrivers, you can now ask us any business questions that you've ever wanted simply by texting in 918-851-6920. I repeat, that's 918-851-6920. A Thriver out there says, listen, I have a gym with 1,300 current customers. I've been in business for 12 years. I'm charging my average customer $35 a month, and I want to increase my profits now. So we said move number one is optimize that Google map and get those reviews. If you missed it, if you want to learn more how to do that, go to Thrive15.com, sign up. It's $1 for your first month. We teach you everything you need to know to optimize your Google map. Move number two, you must create a no-brainer, irresistible offer that customers cannot say no to. And Z, this final no-brainer is get a celebrity endorsement. Z, why does celebrity endorsements work so well? Why does it work so well when George Foreman endorses a grill or Michael Jordan endorses Gatorade or shoes?
Well, it kind of goes with that old saying, and people say this all the time, and they go, what is that? I hear that all the time. What does it mean? Find a parade and get in front of it. In other words, they've already established a certain amount of swag. We'll just call it swag, right?
Swag, yeah.
I mean, George Foreman, people go, oh, I know that guy. Instant recognition. I know him. He's of note. I've seen him. And so, therefore, I'm going to listen to him, and I'm going to be more of a believer in what he says than just some rando person that I don't know, right? So that's the parade you're getting in front of. And that was
my name's Bill Jacobs, and I use this grill on Tuesdays, and it is good.
It's really good.
I'm Bill Jacobs.
It's so good. So that was my move when I got started. I would go to the radio stations, and I would get the on-air personality. You can't call them disc jockeys anymore. That's not a term.
It's offensive.
That's it. It is.
Holy cow!
So on-air personalities, well, they'd already been in your ear for 2 or 3 hours a day. You'd already felt like you had listened to them for months, maybe even years. You felt like you knew them. You felt like you could believe them. I mean, you welcome into your car, into your home, into your head, basically. And so by having them come on and become a patient of mine and then endorse me, they could say things. And the other fun thing about it, when you get someone to endorse you, they can say things about your business that it sounds kind of rude if you do it. You know what I mean?
As an example, when I talk about what a beautiful man Dr. Zellner is, I'm just stating fact. And there's no hyperbole there. When I talk about the fact that he's given up his potential hand modeling career to be here on the radio show 2 hours a day with you, I can be sincere. I mean, think about it. He gave the potential revenues, the hundreds of thousands of dollars that you might have earned.
These hands could have been in pictures all over the world. I mean, they could have.
You couldn't say that about yourself.
No, of course not. I mean, I've got a face built for radio. I mean, that's why we excel on the show,
All right, now here's the deal. Coach Calvert. Coach, you're endorsed by Coach Eddie Sutton, the Hall of Fame basketball coach, the legendary Oklahoma State University basketball coach. He endorses your program. How has that helped you?
It gives us instant credibility. When I talk to somebody, just about everybody knows Coach Sutton. And if they don't know Coach Sutton, I just tell them the floor is named after him at OSU.
There it is. I mean, it's the thing of that Coach Sutton is legendary. And when he said it's hard, and I'm quoting him, he said, it's hard to get on the team. It's hard to play at the next level without the proven coaching system like what Coach Calvert provides. And he goes on and on to explain that on scoreball.com. And I'm telling you what, endorsements can change the game for you. Now, Z, move number 3, if we're going to grow this business quickly, move number 3, okay?
Number 3, here we go.
You must create your 3-legged marketing stool.
Yes.
Now, I would like to give you the floor. What is a 3-legged marketing stool? What are the 3 little pigs? Just walk me through. Why?
Well,
what are we talking about?
Well, here's the deal. The 3 little pigs, I had one that just built their house out of, sticks, one just out of straw, and then one did bricks. Well, bricks is actually multiple things combined together to make it stronger, and therefore it withstood the big bad wolf because your competition's a big bad wolf. But here's the deal. It goes back to not putting all your eggs in one basket, because you may say to yourself, hey, listen, I know Okay, Z did really good on radio, so that's all I'm going to do is radio.
All I'm going to do is
That's
radio,
all
baby.
I'm going to do is this one radio station, and that's it. I'm going to put all my eggs in that one basket. That's not the way we advise you. That's not the way we try to train the people that come in and get business coaching from us. We say, listen, here's the deal. Let's get 3 areas of advertising. All right, 3. It can be you want to do some Facebook. You want to do spend some money and do some SEO. Okay, that's search engine optimization. You want to do some radio. You want to do a billboard. You want to do a flyer. You want to do a print ad. You got to figure out who your most likely buyer is. Let's start there. Right? What's your product? Okay. Who is your number one? And we do that all the time. And people, they look at us almost across the board and say, "Well, everybody is."
You see, there was a company that
we're like, no. Who's the most likely?
There was a company that famously years ago decided what they would do is that they would market their casino. They would get it out to the world via streakers. Have you heard about this story?
No.
This is a true story.
Are you pulling my leg?
No, this is a true story. Thrivers, you can look this up online. This is incredible. But what they did is they decided they're going to market their business via streakers. And so in the Olympics, what they did is they had a guy totally nude who had a wrote on his body with like a permanent marker or something, and he just went up to the high dive and just jumped in there nude. And they thought, that's going to be our move. That's going to be how we get our business to the next level. That is what's going to work for us. Well, the problem is it didn't work at all. In the news, they say they censored it, and the Olympics are tape delayed, and a lot of times. So it didn't even get on the air. It got a couple of mentions where they're like,
what did they think was going to happen?
But I'm just saying, in a conference room, when you're just talking with you and your team, sometimes these ideas that are stupid seem awesome.
They seem awesome, and you go, "That's all. We're going to put all our money into streakers at the Olympics. That's the move.
It's going to change the game." We come back. I'll find the name of the actual company that did this. But all I'm saying is, you got to have a 3-legged marketing stool. Now, move number 4 is once you've implemented these moves, now you got to get your team to do their job. And a lot of people don't want to do their freaking job. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people today do not want to do their job. According to the U.S. Chamber and CBS, 75% of employees steal. According to Fast Company, 1/3 of employees lie on their resumes. There's a lot of people who've never been to work on time more than 5 days in a row ever. So you got to get your teammates to do their job.
Do their job.
See, I'm telling you, and getting people to do their job requires a little carrot and a little stick.
A little stick.
So we come back, we're going to talk about merit-based pay, and I'm going to give you the name of the company that epically failed by attempting to market their business with a 1-legged marketing stool known as a streaking. Stay tuned. Thrivetime Show. Welcome back to the Thrivetime Show on your radio, where we teach you everything you need to know to make your business grow and everything you need to know about the Counting Crows. The Counting Crows. Where have the Counting Crows gone, Z? I mean, that song was the jam. The Counting Crows, I'm telling you, I had a roommate in college who was obsessed with the Counting Crows. That was his move back in the day. Mark DePetris. Big shout out to Mark DePetris. He loved himself some Counting Crows. And as advertised, Thrivers, I told you when we came back after the break, I would tell you the name of the company that tried to market their entire marketing campaign for their business was based upon the idea of streaking. And that was Golden Palace Casino, Z, the Golden Palace online casino. And it didn't work so well. So Thrive Nation, I'm just telling you what, as you learn these moves, as you learn these systems, it's so important that you apply what you're learning. And it all starts with that curiosity. And so if you are not able to attend our next in-person workshop where we answer every single business question you could ever possibly have, I encourage you to text us at 918-851-6920. Text us 918-851-6920. And we have a Thriver who texts us with a simple question: how do I make my business grow now? But here's the backstory. He has 1,300 current customers. He's been in business for 12 years. He owns a fitness gym. His average customer is paying $35 a month. And we've talked about the marketing and the sales and the Google optimization. But now we're getting into merit-based pay, a.k.a. stick and carrots. Z, getting people to do what they're supposed to do. Once new potential prospects are coming in, your team has to execute. They have to get done the game plan.
Right, and we tell people, how do you do that? Because you have to wear 2 different hats: as a boss, as an owner, as the guy in charge, or the person in charge, I should say. And that is, they go, 2 different hats. What are those? What are you talking about?
Lots of hats.
That's a lot of hats to keep up with. Well, we call it good cop, bad cop. We call it Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader. We call it, a Klingon versus a Captain Kirk. The thing is this, is that you have to be able to say, hey, listen, I'm going to encourage you, and these are my ways to encourage you, right? Or I'm going to come in and I'm going to punish you, and these are my ways to punish you. And you have to have both of those sets in your repertoire.
Now,
because sometimes, you want to chest bump, you want to fist bump, you want to say, you're awesome, Billy, you're doing great. And then sometimes you want to walk down the hallway with that steely look in your eyes. And you want to take Billy with the force to lift him up and say, the Death Star has to be completed on time, and your workers are falling behind.
Oh.
And Billy's sitting there trying to catch his breath.
Now, Coach Calvert, I want to ask you this because you're a kind guy. You're a nice guy. You've also been in business with Score Basketball for how long? How many years have you guys been around?
21 years.
Okay. Now, talk to me about the frustrations maybe you've encountered when attempting to manage humans and to get them to actually do what they're supposed to do without a carrot and stick.
Everything from get the gym cleaned up. It's not a hard job. You know you're supposed to do it. Just do it. Calling people. Yes, you were supposed to call them. They don't call them. I'm to the point now where you assume that they're not going to do what you ask you to. What is it? Trust but verify?
Oh, Ronald Reagan. Boom. Busting out some Ronald Reagan.
Ooh, a little trust and verification.
Now, Coach, so talk to the Thriver out there, the Thriver who's listening, who says, I don't want to do a stick. I just believe in positive reinforcement only. What would you say?
It won't work. It will not work. The first thing you got to assume is the people that are working for you aren't going to like it. They're going to be mad at you. They're going to have an attitude, but you have to go do it anyway.
So, Z, let's just say that you took over this fitness company that is break even. It's making a little bit of money.
Okay.
It's making $4,000 a month.
Okay.
And you had 60 days to get the business to be profitable. It's only making, $4,000 a month of profit with 1,300 customers. How would you go in if you had 2 months? I mean, you have 2 months total. How would you go in and fix that business? What would you do if you wanted to get the business, the profit up by, let's say, another $5,000? Now you want to increase the profit by $5,000 and you have 1,300 customers. What would you do? Boots on the ground. I mean, what kind of kick and hug? What kind of merit-based pay? What kind of price increase? I mean, I'm just totally off the script here. What would you do?
Well, it would take a little bit of a deep dive into the company to take a look at it. But, I mean, obviously the moves that we're talking about on today's show are the ones you have to implement. And you have to come in there and say, why am I not? I mean, 1,300 people at $35 a month, that's quite a bit of cash coming in the door. So now where is that cash going? So step one is, how can I save money that's already coming in the door?
How can I save money? That's your step one.
Yeah, step one. So maybe you're overstaffed. Maybe you're spending money on things you shouldn't be spending your money on.
Talk about overstaffed. If you have people that just aren't, you look around, you look at the numbers, and you realize they're not paying for themselves. They're not producing a profit. How do you trim the tree? How do you prune the tree, man?
You fire them. No. Oh, that just sounded mean.
It's just the way you did it. Typically, I like to have sound effects ready. So if you could just repeat that one more time, I now have it ready.
Okay, so I take over the business, and I realize that I have a couple of people that I do not need to have around there to do their job. I would then walk up to them and say, you know what? It's just not working out. You need to clock out and leave. You are fired.
So you wouldn't feel bad about that?
No. It's all about the business. It's all about the healthiness of the business, And I tell you what, if that's just one move. I'm not saying that was the case in his deal.
You keep going, man. You're on fire.
But there's plenty of money coming in. So step one is, how do I keep more of the money coming in? That's a whole kind of mindset. I mean, am I spending money where I don't need to? Bills. I look at the lease. I mean, look at the space. All kinds of things you can look at to try to save money. In other words, he's having over $30,000 come in the door.
Right. Every month.
Every month.
This is a real situation.
This is a real situation, and he's only gaining. And out of that, he's only gaining what? He's only probably bringing about, a third or a half of what he should be netting from that. Because we always try to teach our people, you should be walking away with around 30. We'll call it 30%, maybe a third, but 30%.
Now, I don't want to blindside you with a big concept, but I know you and I share this worldview on this. There is a abundance mentality where it says, hey, if we have 1,300 people there currently, I bet you 10% of them would buy the super package.
Right, and that's step 2. And the step 2 is, now how do I get more money from the 1,300 I have? I mean, he's got 45,000 rolling in. He's making 10% of that if he's only making 4. That's not efficient. He is spending way too much money on help. He's spending way too much money on stuff. So step 1 is cutting back your costs and keeping more of that 45,000 comes in. Step 2 now is taking that 45,000 and with the same 1,300 people, making that look like 50 or 60 or 70 or 80,000. And then step 3 is, let's take 1,300 and make that 2,600 people coming in, right?
Right.
So those are kind of your mindsets when you go into to break down a business is, how do I keep more of what's coming in? Because that's a dandy business already running.
Now, when we come back, what I want to do, Z, is I want to pick your brain on specifics. I'm looking for some specific moves on how to increase the revenue, assuming there's 1,300 people paying $35 a month.
Okay.
I would like to hear how your brain would, if we're in a meeting together,
Sure.
we're like in a board meeting of this business you just took over, I want to see how you would spitball new ideas to raise more money from that existing client base by adding more value. I just love that, because I think that your brain, you've been doing this so much, it's become almost intuitive to you, and I would love to hear how you would do it.
I'm looking forward to, after the break, to opening up my brain and just oozing some of it out over the radio.
I'm excited to apply that sort of healthy pressure where we only have one segment left to take a guy's business to the next level.
Gosh, it's gone by
Can
so
he do
fast.
it? Will he do it? I know he'll do it. Let's see how he does it. Stay tuned. ThriveTimeShow.com. All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back into the Thrive Time Show on your radio. I know we live in a world where there's a lot of negative news, but I'm going to tell you what, I do believe that this is a day that the Lord has made and that we should definitely rejoice and be glad in it. There's so many things that could be going wrong, and I'm telling you what, if you are alive, if we are alive on this planet, we have so much to be thankful for, and to be born during this time, if you think about it, when I first started my first business, DJ Connection, back in 98, 99, I remember when I wanted to meet with a customer, I had to, what? Well, you couldn't call them on the cell phone because it was like 300 minutes for the month, right? So you had to call them on your landline. You couldn't text them back and forth. The speed of communication was super slow, although it was fast when you think about the history of the world communication. But I used to have to call people back and forth. It would take about a week to get a hold of somebody on their landline, leaving a lot of voicemails. Then you'd have to mail contracts. You couldn't just email in a contract the way you could. Because back in the day, when you'd send an email, it would sound like this. And you have the AOL. Welcome to AOL. Welcome back. You know, what did the voice say there, Coach? You remember the AOL? What did the AOL? They used to mail you a CD in the mail, and AOL was trying to convince you to sign up for America Online. Oh, it used to say, you've got mail. And then you would wait. I mean, Z, do you remember when you first started using email, how long it would take to send and receive an email? It's just brutal.
Oh, it was brutal, but you didn't know any better, so it was kind of like, well, that's quicker than snail mail. So it's like, okay, cool. You know, it's funny how now we look back and we go, oh, that was so slow. And yet, you know, before that, it was even slower. And I mean, it's just kind of crazy how things can be relative, you know? And so...
I'm amazed that most of our business coaching clients are not in Tulsa, Oklahoma. How we can help somebody grow their company, and we don't even see them face to face except for our in-person workshop. I mean, someone will go to thrivetimeshow.com. They'll buy their tickets for the workshop, and they're kind of scared. I mean, I remember this guy who just came in here from California.
Yeah.
His name Yogi. Yogi comes in here from California. And he leaves just wowed. I don't know if we'll ever see him again face to face, but to know that we can help his business from afar through technology, that's exciting. And we have a Thriver who's taken advantage of all the technology. He's texting in 918-851-6920, putting himself out there saying, I own a business. And he's been around for 12 years, the same business, same location.
Got it.
12 years. He has 1,300 total customers. He's profiting less than $4,000 a month, just right at $4,000, with 1,300 paying customers who on average are paying $35 a month. And we've talked about how to increase his marketing. We've talked about how to cut costs But now I want to know, if you're in the meeting and you took over this business, you had ownership of this business, how would you sell more items? How would you increase the revenue coming in?
Well, here's what you would do is you say, okay, everybody coming into a gym is a certain make and model person. What is that person looking for? They're looking for supplements. They're looking for healthy alternatives. They're looking for organic food. They're looking for gluten-free. I mean, most of these people are looking for certain food items, supplements, if you will. So if you're not selling supplements, if you don't have something there to sell them, shame on you. We got to get that in there. Boom. That's step one, number one. What else could we sell them? Premium package. You're probably going to have 10 to 20% of them that want something a little more than what you're offering. Hey, here's the gym. You can come work out. It's open 24/7, whatever his deal is. I don't know. But, now all of a sudden, hey, we have a platinum. Have you heard about our platinum package?
I haven't heard about the platinum package.
Well, the platinum package gives you this. It gives you some one-on-one personal training. It gives you access to Pilates and spin class and some of these other classes that we're doing. It's the platinum package. And it's yada, yada, yada more per month. And I think I would be remiss if I didn't tell you about our new platinum package. Okay, so now you can upsell, bring in some supplements. You can bring in some maybe personal training. You can bring in some
clothes,
some clothes, some personalized clothes, some swag. Say, hey, it's not only Under Armour jumpsuit. It's an Under Armour jumpsuit with our logo on it.
We do workout equipment.
Coach Calvert, I want to ask you this. Your place, you have a membership model. You have hundreds of kids that attend scoreball.com. Talk to me about some of the upgraded packages that you now have available for people that maybe don't want a large group class.
Well, let me say first, one thing I had to learn was not everybody was poor like I was growing up. And so one of the things I had to teach my coaches is assume people have money. Don't assume they are broke. Don't assume they don't want to do something. So what we did, like last summer, we had a premium package where we brought in an extra $18,000 just because we provided a program where kids could come in every single day, 6 days a week.
So you now have a program where everyday access.
6 days a week. We had a program for them every single day. The kids that did it loved it, and that was an not easy, but $18,000 that we added.
And I will tell you this, Thrivers, when you have that abundance mentality and you realize, hey, not every single person is from the same background. I mean, both Z and I grew up without money. Both of us didn't have money growing up. I think a lot of people would assume, Z, that you grew up with money, but you didn't have money growing up.
No, I didn't, and that's why I started working when I was 13.
So here's a move, Thrivers. I want you to do this. I want you to sit. This is a very actionable thing I want you to do. I want you to get out a clipboard. If you don't have a clipboard, just get out a sheet of paper and then buy a folder, something with a hard backing. I'm being serious about this. Get out a notebook or something, and I want you to sit down, Mr. Thriver, with 100 customers in the next week. And don't be weak about it. Don't say you don't have time for it. Get it done. Okay? Maybe 50. But just sit down with them and say, I want to ask you this. Do you need supplements? Do you buy supplements currently, yes or no? And survey them, and they'll say, well, no or yes. Or would you be interested in a class if we had one, a one-on-one class, yes or no? Would you be interested in a group class if we had it, yes or no? Would you be interested in having your meals delivered, yes or no? Would you be interested in whatever? And then say, how could we offer you more services, or what could we offer you to help you achieve your fitness goals faster? And you're going to find that at a minimum, unless you're officing in the worst parts of Beirut after a bombing, at least 10% of the American consumers that you're dealing with are going to want other services. And guess what? They're willing to exchange their money, Z, in exchange for the goods and services.
Capitalism wins again.
I'm going to give an example. I've seen you do this before. I've seen you do it, and we're not trying to hype up.
Is this back to the streaking? Is this back to the streaking?
No, and I mean, it's going to be because you're a humble guy. You're not out there flashing, wads of cash. But I've seen you upgrade to sit better, to get better seating at a concert. But it does cost more.
It does cost more. You're right. That is a correct statement.
Are you deterred? So if you said, "Hey, we're going to the Boys to Men concert. We're going to the concert.
Boys to Men.
But for $150 extra, you could meet them. Would you do that?
Sure.
Okay.
What up, guys?
Now, would you, if you were on an airplane and you could upgrade maybe to have more leg room, instead of being crowded in there, there's only 2 people on a row instead of 4, have you ever upgraded your flight?
Well, of course, yeah.
When you've gone to on vacation, have you ever upgraded to a premium room?
Absolutely.
Have you ever downgraded to sit right there in the middle with the cabin boys inside the cruise ship where you say, hey, can I save some money to sit there right next to the engine?
I really don't want a balcony, and I don't want to be able to see the ocean at any time on the ship. Could you put me in a closet? Yeah, no, I've not done that.
So Thrivers, listen, my wife and I went on our first cruise. And they said, do you want windows? I'm like, buddy, I don't care. Just get me on that boat. I just want to get on a boat because I know that I can get out of that room. I don't care. The second time I went on the ship, we'd earned some money. I said, you know what? I want to look out over the water. And it's not because I'm a diva. It's because I can afford to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, Thrivers, I'm telling you, at least 10% of your customers are willing to pay, and someone should write this down, 4 times more for faster results.
Wow.
At least 10% are willing to pay 4 times more. Where'd you get that number? I've just been doing this forever, and I'm just telling you, people are willing to upgrade. They're willing to do premium, and at least 25% of your customers are willing to pay double. 25% are willing to pay double.
Yeah, absolutely.
And some people will not pay more for anything ever under any circumstance. They're going, well, there's an extra fry in that bag. I did not buy that bag of fries, but there seems to be an extra one. No one's looking. I'll go ahead and grab that leftover fry.
Well, and that's the problem is that you try to sell that person and they shut you down. You're like, okay, that's it. I'm done. That's just frustrating. I'm done. Done. Pump the brakes. Never again. Oh, man, that's embarrassing. You know, it's just the numbers. I mean, you're going to have, like Clay just said, 10% boom, 25% boom, and that other 75%, that other 60%. Don't let them dictate your pricing.
Now, Z, there's 4 ways that all the Thrivers can take action today to dramatically transform their financial future.
All right, let's do it.
Move number 1, Thrive15.com, the world's best business school. Give it to us.
$1 for your first month, $19 or after. We've got hundreds of thousands of videos on there. You can binge watch all day long. It's a Netflix of business coaching. $1 for the first month and $19 thereafter.
Move number 2, you could sign up for a in-person 2-day, 15 hours of power Thrive Time workshop at thrivetimeshow.com. Z, what is that all about?
Well, you come for 2 days. We just shove everything you need to know about starting and running and growing a business. And you get it all. You get your own little book. There's no upselling. We have scholarships. It happens right here in Tulsa. It is awesome. You get a look at the reviews.
Move number 3, you could sign up for one-on-one business coaching. That's a game changer. That is a whole team of business ninjas for less money than you would spend on hiring a full-time $10 per hour employee. And move number 4, and you need to do it. Go to thrivetimeshow.com and subscribe to the podcast. Again, a subliminal message. Subscribe to the podcast. Thrivetimeshow.com. And Z, as always, 3, 2, 1, boom!
Clay, my honor to be on your show. And thank you for all you do. I hear the ripple effects from you are good ripple effects. You know what I mean? People rave about what they learned from you. So congratulations.
Sean, guess what's happening? April 9th and 10th, 2026.
We are probably going to have an amazing business conference here at Tulsa, Jerusalem.
Yes, we're joined by Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow is going to be joining us right here at the Thrivetime Show World Headquarters, June 5th and 6th. He's a very successful football player, obviously a Heisman Award winner, but he's also a very successful entrepreneur. Now, when you work with real clients, Sean, clients you really work with to help them grow their companies, do you ever hear a business owner tell you that they didn't have time to get something done?
Every day.
How often is not having enough time a problem for business owners?
All the time. It's like maybe 90% of the issues as people are trying to grow their company.
Well, Tim Tebow is going to come join us here at the in-person Thrivetime Show 2-day interactive business workshop, and he's going to teach us time management and his approach to personal self-discipline and getting things done. Also at the workshop, I'll pull it up on the website so people can see it here. Also at the 2-day interactive workshop, Sean, we are going to be, there it is. We're going to be teaching accounting, systems creation, marketing, human resources, how to hire, inspire, train, and retain great people, accounting, social media advertising, search engine optimization. Sean, what's the area where most clients ask you for help the most? Is it generating leads? Is it hiring people? What's the biggest issue that most business owners have by default before they come to one of our workshops?
Well, I think it's management, because time is the most valuable resource for these business owners, and being able to manage their time is the first thing. Once they get that under control, then generally the numbers being able to track their business and be able to make the best decisions based on numbers rather than emotions is a big area. And we teach all of this stuff at the business conference, particularly you, Clay. You love to hammer on time management. It's my favorite part of the conference.
Now, I'm going to pull this up real quick here because we're going to go through. If you're not excited, I want to get you excited about what we're going to cover at the workshop here. Okay.
All right.
The 2-day interactive workshop. This is my 20th year hosting workshops. So I'm telling you, folks, we're in rare form here. So one is the idea of establishing your revenue goals. I think most entrepreneurs don't know their revenue goals. Would you agree, or am I off my rocker?
No, that's totally a very important point we do with every one of our new clients that come on board is we have to establish the revenue goals. And generally speaking, we have a vague idea, but not an exact idea that can be engineered down into like the daily goals for sales. And so that's a really big one.
Now, next is the break-even numbers. What kind of sales do you have to do to even break even?
Yeah.
Third is how many hours per week do you want to work? What is your ideal schedule as an entrepreneur? Box number 4, how do you stand out in the clutter of commerce? What makes your company unique from all the different businesses? In a world of brown cows, herds of brown cows, proverbial brown cows, the analogy of brown cows, how can you be the purple cow that stands out? How can you be the squeaky wheel that gets the oil? Box number 5, branding. How do you improve the perception that people have of you, your business, your brand? Box number 6, marketing, your 3-legged marketing stool. What is a turnkey way for you and your company to generate leads so you can succeed? Because if you don't have any leads, your business will bleed. If you can't sell, your business will go to hell. You've got to generate leads. Sean, how often do business owners by default tell you they have a hard time generating leads?
It's almost all of the time. It's really a huge struggle. And many times they may be creating leads, but just through word of mouth. So they get to a point where we've implemented systems and then they need to create more leads, but they've never had to do it. So there's a lot of different scenarios where business owners are like, how do you create leads? Something we hammer on at the conference a lot.
Box number 7, create a sales conversion system. Again, box number 7, create a sales conversion system. Sales scripts, recorded calls, one sheets, pre-written emails, lead trackers, all of the sales tools, the sales print pieces, the one sheets, the big screens that you see inside the business. Whether you're a doctor, you're a dentist, you're a lawyer, you got to have sales systems in place. We help you with that. Box number 8, what does it cost you to get another customer? Step number 8, what does it cost you to actually acquire a customer? Step number 9, it's hard to build an organization if you're not organized. We're going to teach you how to create repeatable systems, processes, file organization. Box number 10, we're going to teach you how to manage people, real people on the planet Earth. This just in, we're going to teach you how to manage real people on the planet Earth. Box number 11, how to create a sustainable schedule that works for you and your family. Step number 12, how to create human resources systems for recruiting, hiring, training, and retaining great people. Box number 13, accounting. This just in, we have to cover accounting. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. We're going to cover all the accounting things you need to know. And step 14, finally, what is the point of even achieving success? We're going to go over what is the point of even achieving success, how to design a life that you're excited about, how to design a life where you carve out enough time for your faith, your family, your finance, your fitness, your friendship, your fun, and where you're going to spend your focused time. We're going to go through that, all this and more. Now, the workshop, Sean, it's April 9th and 10th. It's a 2-day interactive workshop.
Yes.
And tickets, we always do it. It's $250 or whatever price that someone can afford. Sean, why do we let people name their price? Why do we have scholarship tickets available if somebody can't afford the $250 general admission ticket?
Well, we don't want anybody to miss out on it. You could be at a startup phase or you could be, way along in your business, but we want to make it accessible for everybody. I think it actually goes back to a story of your dad. And it goes all the way back to how you've always done this as a business coach, trying to make sure that, your average people out there have access to the things that work.
Now, 7 a.m. to 5, Sean, why do we go from 7 to 5 both days? I mean, it's 10 hours a day. 20 hours of training over 2 days. Why do we do 10 hours a day, Sean, of back-to-back workshops? We do a 30-minute teaching session. We do a 15-minute question and answer session, and then we take a break. 30 minutes of teaching, 15 minutes of question and answer, then we take a break. Why do we do that format, Sean?
That format is so that we can keep people engaged and not just sitting there listening, but also getting involved. We really encourage people to ask questions, and that's really where the juiciness of the conference comes out, is you can put your personal personal situation and your questions on the board, and Clay will tee off and give you direct advice. Even without being in our coaching program, you can get direct coaching from Clay. It's really a very engaging format. I enjoy it a lot.
Once again, folks, this event is April 9th and 10th, 2026. Get those tickets at thrivetimeshow.com. Once again, that's thrivetimeshow.com. Whoa, who's our keynote speaker coming to the conference there, Sean?
Tim Tebow is our keynote speaker.
Sean, question number 3. How much does it cost to come to our in-person 2-day interactive business workshop right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma?
I think it's, did you say it's $250 or whatever you can afford?
That's right, $250
Yes.
or whatever you can afford. Sean, how do you spell Eric Trump backwards?
P-M-U-R-T-C-I-R-E. Ooh, that took a long time.
I'll have to listen to this. And you did it right. All right, again, that's Sean Lohman. I'm Clay Clark, inviting you to come join us at the in-person Thrivetime Show 2-day interactive workshop. This event is April 9th and 10th, 2026. Get those tickets at thrivetimeshow.com. Once again, that's thrivetimeshow.com. Right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tim Tebow, baby. It's Tebow time.
Oh, yeah.
In Tulsa, Jerusalem.
You could be anywhere doing a lot of different things, but you chose to be here.
Clay Clark is here somewhere. Where's my buddy Clay? Clay's the greatest. I met his goats today. I met his dogs. I met his chickens. I saw his compound. He's like the greatest guy.
I ran from his goats, his chickens, his dogs.
So this guy's like the greatest marketer you've ever seen, right? His entire life, Clay Clark, his entire life is marketing.
Hey guys, Luke Erickson here with the Thrivetime Show. As you can see behind me, we've got all kinds of energy going on. People are starting to show up for the conference, and it is hot in this place. We got grill guns over here. We've got people playing the drums. We've got a fire breather, and man, people are so excited as they come in.
Conference is kicked off. This house is packed. We've got Aaron Hansis with Sean Holmes up there. We've got Steve Currington with Total Lifting Concepts up there talking about what is possible when you just implement. When you implement, when you do the proven system. It's so exciting. People are going crazy.
Guys, Luke Erickson with the Thrivetime Show here with you. It is day 2, and the energy is high. People are so excited to be showing up. The team is ready. Come on, let's see what it's like to go on in for day 2. Follow me.
My name is Kevin Thomas, and the name of our company is MultiClean. We are a commercial janitorial service, and we serve the entire state of Oklahoma and Kansas and soon to be Arkansas. We have probably grown probably 5 times. We've added, I think when we first started with you, we had 60 to 65 employees. And now we have a little over 300 employees. Before we got involved with Thrivetime, we didn't really have any systems or processes in place. So I've probably been to, in 6-7 years, I've probably been to 12 to 13 business conferences. And amazingly, each time I go, I learn something new, and I'm so excited to bring it back and show the team.
4,000% from February to February. Now I can better that. Okay, Clay, I don't think you know this. I don't think you know this. I'm pinching myself, and if I cry, forgive me. In the last 2.5 days, we have bettered our entire month of February in the last 2.5 days.
I heard about it on the podcast. Started listening to the podcast, became a fan, and then figured out about the workshop. I own an insurance and financial services agency, and I was hoping to learn from the workshop systems and processes. I'm big on systems and processes, and always learning better ways to run a business more efficiently. The atmosphere's second to none. It's a high energy, really cool atmosphere to be around. Contagious, I would say. Just something every entrepreneur, I think, would appreciate and love. I'd say humorous, high energy, and full of substance, which I think is the key. A lot of business coaches or seminars maybe are high on motivation and making you feel good, but don't have a lot of substance that you can take back and implement, the following Monday, where his does. Man, there's a lot of valuable things. I'm gonna say, this is my second workshop. The first workshop I took back really the importance of a group interview. I used to spend hours and hours interviewing people, screening resumes, and that saving my time on that part is valuable. It was that and then the sales scripting that have been two major things just so far. Man, I think they're missing out on, expert advice from somebody who's been there, done that, built companies, has learned a lot of lessons. That's what I'm always looking for, is somebody that I can learn from that's ahead of where I am. And I think if you choose not to come, you're missing out on a lot of good advice that could help your business.
Hi, this is Charles and Amber Kolaw. We're the owners of Kolaw Fitness. We heard about Clay Clark through Paul Hood, our CPA. We've worked with Clay Clark for the last 2 years. Clay Clark has helped us take our 3 locations in 3 different states and create checklists, workflows, task lists, time blocks for every employee. He's helped us with creating systems and audits for every department, quantitative scorecards for each department and every position so that everybody has a number. It's been able to give us a lot of time freedom and financial freedom and peace of mind to know that everything's running efficiently, and he's been helpful with a lot of marketing, search engine optimization, helping us really rank high in Google, and pretty much every area of the business. It's been very, very helpful.
We would describe the experience of working with Clay as very energetic. He's full of energy. He's very encouraging, very motivating, but also accountable. So he keeps us accountable, and we love that accountability. It keeps our drive in the right direction, so we're not chasing things that aren't worth spending our time on.
Yeah, he's a great coach. He helps push us on certain areas, helps coach us in certain areas. We're all emotional creatures, and we go up and down, and he actually will tell us kind of where we're at, how we can get from there, and even emotionally, when we're stressed about something, he'll have a story to relate to, and it really helps us in every area of our business. It's been very, very helpful.
I think Clay's ability to have a whole team behind him that help him with all of his clients, all his coaching clients, is that it allows Clay to do what he's really good at, and that's working one-on-one with the client and coaching them. And then he can have his amazing staff come in and help you accomplish all these goals that you're setting.
And of course, he has all these resources, whether it's videographers or whether it's web developers, that they can quickly jump on your project, knock things out. He can quickly give you the right coaching. He's just got a whole team of people that whatever area you're lacking in your own company, he's got resources from video, web design, search engine guys who are just knowledgeable in that. Even though he knows a lot of that stuff, he's got these capable lieutenants that are ready to just take off and help you get that stuff. More stuff gets done on a weekly basis than you would on probably most than the individual or some other. We've worked with several companies before, and it's just not as many things get done on a weekly basis, so it's been very helpful. Well, the conferences for me, I'm a slow learner, so I have to learn over and over again, hear things over and over again. I've been to I think 8 different conferences, and each time you come, I learn a few new components. Some things are repetitive, but a lot of the stuff just resettles, and I get a little bit more depth into each component. I've been to 8 of them. They're all super entertaining. He's very funny, very encouraging. You get to kind of self-reflect a lot. A lot of the stuff is really polarizing. You do a personal inventory of yourself, and you'll think hey, I've really got to work on this, really got to work on that. So every time you come, I still get a lot of value out of it.
And as much as every conference is the same, it's totally different. So I think we'll hear stories we haven't heard before. He'll have entertainment, or he'll have speakers he didn't have before. And you, like you said, you just always catch a different part of the material that maybe you didn't catch before, or it's worded differently.
And it's really cool because some people that you've seen a year ago at a conference, now they're being showcased as a success story, and you get to see their website, you get to see how their stats, all their metrics have improved and the revenue improved. So it's really cool to see people that just a year ago that, of course, we've been here 2 years, that just came, that I met, is now being successful. It's really encouraging to see other people, accomplish that stuff. So Clay has helped us optimize our website and helped with really topping the right search engines that we need to make sure that we are very, very competitive with all of our other competitors. He's done, basically he outlines exactly what you need to be accomplishing, and he creates tasks that we have to accomplish and his team has to accomplish. And I would say over the last 2 years, we've totally ramped our website. We're topping Google in every one of our markets. We're just doing, I would say, just doing really, really good. I feel very, very confident in all of our future locations and making sure that we're in front of the ideal and likely buyer. It's very encouraging. It's important to me to know when I'm working with Clay, I've been in business for a while and met with him even when I already had three businesses in 3 different states, and to know that what I share with him is staying private. He's not sending that out to anybody else. To know that when he's working with me, he's only working with no other gyms that are in direct competition with me. It's very encouraging to have somebody you can trust and rely on, that he isn't going to somehow tell your trade secrets or give information away. Just really awesome that he's a trustworthy guy, really cares about you as a client. For us, it's been a complete mind freedom because Clay has helped us create a lot of different documents and one-sheets for every department, put quantitative scorecards to each department. And so for us, it's been very encouraging and gives us peace that when, as an entrepreneur, it's stressful. You go to bed at night, you're worried, did we cover this, did we cover that? So he helps extract everything out of your brain, everything from your business, put it into document creation, put it into checklists and workflows for every person in each department, and make sure that everything's getting done every week, every month, and funnel that all into KPIs or key performance indicators that you can see on a weekly basis to make sure you're moving the needle in the right area of your company. So it's very encouraging and give you a complete mind freedom and peace to know that stuff's created so you're easy to duplicate and scale your company.
Right, and then we can spend time doing what we're really good at and just trust the system.
I honestly believe everybody needs a coach. I think we're all inherently lazy and selfish and carnal. I truly believe that humans are humans. If we're standing, we'd rather sit. If we're sitting, we'd rather lay down. And if we're laying down, we'd rather be asleep. So to have somebody that challenges you, have real active candor, and be honest with you on every aspect of your company is really, really encouraging to me, because I want to know, I want to work on what we're weak at. I want to see any areas that we're not doing well in, and see his perspective from a third party, because you can look at your own business and just see the good. It's good to have somebody who does this, who's done this with hundreds of companies, really look at your company, reflect on your company, and see little chinks in the armor to make sure you cover that up so your competition can't get to you, and that you're successful overall in the big picture. So yes, I would recommend Clay Clark because he is a great friend, a great encourager. To me, he's been a wonderful friend. He's also, you can tell he cares, and he has this wealth of knowledge. He's worked with so many different companies and different businesses. He could take a concept that he's used before in the past with somebody totally different industry and see how it would work perfectly for you in whatever niche market you're in or whatever type of service you're providing. And so his brain is just a wealth of knowledge, and just to have that type of perspective on, as a part of your team and your own company is huge, super valuable. So I would definitely encourage people to use him. But one thing is, you got to be coachable. You got to be wanting to get feedback. You got to be wanting to really grow your company. You got to want to put that extra 10 hours a week to working on your business and not just in your business. And so, yes, I would recommend it to anybody who's wanting to grow their company and provide great systems, checklists, workflows, great encouragement, and have accountability.
Hi, I'm Aaron Antis with Shaw Homes. I first heard about Clay through a mortgage lender here in town who had told me what a great job he had been doing for them, and I actually noticed he was driving a Lamborghini all of a sudden, so I was willing to listen. In my career, I've sold a little over $800 million in real estate. So honestly, I thought I kind of knew everything about marketing and homes. And then I met Clay, and my perception of what I knew and what I could do definitely changed. After doing $800 million in sales over a 15-year career, I really thought I knew what I was doing. I've been managing a large team of salespeople for the last 10 years here with Shaw Homes. And I mean, we've been a company that's been in business for 35 years. We've become one of the largest builders in the Tulsa area, and that was without Clay. So when I came to know Clay, I really thought, man, there's not much more I need to know, but I'm willing to listen. The interesting thing is our internet leads from our website has actually, in a 4-month period of time, has gone from somewhere around 10 to 15 leads in a month to 180 internet leads in a month. Just from the few things that he's shown us how to implement that I honestly probably never would have come up with on my own. So I got a lot of good things to say about the system that Clay put in place with us, and it's just been an incredible experience. I am very glad that we met and had the opportunity to work with Clay. So the interaction with the team and with Clay on a weekly basis is honestly very enlightening. One of the things that I love about Clay's perspective on things is that he doesn't come from my industry. He's not somebody who's in the home building industry. I've listened to all the experts in my field. Our company has paid for me to go to seminars, international builders shows, all kinds of places where I've had the opportunity to learn from the experts in my industry. But the thing that I found working with Clay is that he comes from such a broad spectrum of working with so many different types of businesses that he has a perspective that's difficult for me to gain because I get so entrenched in what I do, I'm not paying attention to what other leading industry experts are doing. And Clay really brings that perspective for me. It is very valuable time every week when I get that hour with him. From my perspective, the reason that any business owner who's thinking about hooking up with Thrive needs to definitely consider it is because the results that we've gotten in a very short period of time are honestly monumental. It has really exceeded my wildest expectation of what he might be able to do. I came in skeptical because I'm very pragmatic, and as I've gone through the process over just a few months, I've realized it's probably one of the best moves we've ever made. I think a lot of people probably feel like they don't need a business or marketing consultant because they maybe are a little bit prideful and like to think they know everything. I know that's how I felt coming in. I mean, we're a big company that's definitely one of the largest in town. And so we kind of felt like we knew what we were doing. And I think for a lot of people, they let their ego get in the way of listening to somebody that might have a better or different perspective than theirs. I would just really encourage you, if you're thinking about working with Clay, I mean, the thing is, it's month to month. Go give it a try and see what happens. I think in the 35-year history of Shaw Homes, this is probably the best thing that's happened to us. And I know if you give them a shot, I think you'll feel the same way. I know for me, the thing I would have missed out on if I didn't work with Clay is I would have missed out on literally an 1,800% increase in our internet leads. Going from 10 a month to 180 a month, that would have been a huge financial decision to just decide not to give it a shot. I would absolutely recommend Clay Clark to anybody who's thinking about working with somebody in marketing. I would skip over anybody else you were thinking about, and I would go straight to Clay and his team. I guarantee you're not going to regret it because we sure haven't.
My name is Danielle Sprick, and I am the founder of D. Sprick Realty Group here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. After being a stay-at-home mom for 12 years and my 3 kids started school and they were in school full-time, I was at a crossroads and trying to decide what do I want to do? My degree and my background is in education, but after being a mom and staying home and all of that, I just didn't have a passion for it like I once did. My husband suggested real estate. He's a home builder, so real estate and home building go hand in hand, and we just rolled with it. I love people. I love working with people. I love building relationships. But one thing that was really difficult for me was the business side of things. The processes and the advertising and marketing. I knew that I did not have what I needed to make that what it should be. So I reached out to Clay at that time, and he and his team have been extremely instrumental in helping us build our brand, help market our business, our agents, the homes that we represent. Everything that we do is a direct line from Clay and his team and all that they've done for us. We launched our brokerage, our real estate brokerage, 8 months ago. And in that time, we've gone from myself and one other agent to just this week, we signed on our 16th agent. We have been blessed with the fact that we right now have just over 10 million in pending transactions. 3 years ago, I never would have even imagined that I would be in this role that I'm in today, building a business, having 16 agents. But I have to give credit where credit's due. And Clay and his team and the business coaching that they've offered us has been huge. It's been instrumental in what we're doing. Don't ever limit your vision. When you dream big, big things happen.
I started a business because I couldn't work for anyone else. I do things my way. I do what I think is in the best interest of the patient. I don't answer to insurance companies. I don't answer to large corporate organizations. I answer to my patient, and that's it. My thought when I opened my clinic was I can do this all myself. I don't need additional outside help in many ways. I went to medical school. I can figure this out. But it was a very, very steep learning curve. Within the first 6 months of opening my clinic, I had a $63,000 embezzlement. I lost multiple employees. Clay helped us weather the storm of some of the things that are just a lot of people experience, especially in the medical world. He was instrumental in helping with the specific written business plan. He's been instrumental in hiring good quality employees, using the processes that he outlines for getting in good talent, which is extremely difficult. He helped me in securing the business loans. He helped me with web development and search engine optimization. We've been able to really keep a steady stream of clients coming in because they found us on the web. With everything that I encountered, everything that I experienced, I quickly learned it is worth every penny to have someone in your team that can walk you through and even avoid some of the pitfalls that are almost invariable in starting your own business. I'm Dr. Chad Edwards, and I own Revolution Health and Wellness Clinic.
Clay, my honor to be on your show, and thank you for all you do. I hear the ripple effects from you are good ripple effects, you know what I mean? People rave about what they learned from you, so congratulations.
And we went from expecting maybe 250,000 this year to we're at 400,000. Hi, I'm Kelsey with K&D's Woodward Finishing, business owner at 23. So I've been working this K&D's company for about 5 years now, and we started working with Thrive not too long ago. And we went from expecting maybe 250,000 this year to we're at 400,000. That's what we're going to hit or exceed. So we're pretty excited about that. It's been pretty much just listening to what they have to say. Their hiring process has just really been incredible as far as finding good quality help, and the just the accountability of meeting up with them weekly, and like such good insight, the resources that they have for specific business questions. It's all been really incredible. It's been a great experience, so I would recommend it to anybody.
What I've seen from Clay and his group at Thrive is they'll give you a simple system, and it's the simple systems are the ones that people can wrap their brain around. They're the ones that people can work with on a day-to-day basis.
Hi there, my name is Stephanie Pipkin. I am 24 years old and I own Black River Falls Cleaning Services. We opened in April of 2019 and it is now mid-June of 2020. So I wanted to talk today about the success and growth I have achieved by implementing the Proven Path with Clay Clark's team and my business coach Luke from Thrivetime. It has been insane to say the least. I started working with them in mid-February of this year, so we're about 4 months in of working together, and it has completely transformed my business in pretty much every facet. So I'm gonna check my notes here. So in 4 months, my leads have tripled. I was getting probably like 2 leads a week. Now I'm getting more in the like 10 to 15 leads a week. I have doubled my number of employees. I'm now hitting the highest revenue weeks in the history of the company, week to week it seems like. We went from about 6 appointments today as our highest in February to now 14 to 15 appointments a day. And hiring quality employees has become much simpler and less stressful by using their systems for hiring. I typically only get maybe 2 complaints a month, if that, and everybody shows up to work. I just have really high quality employees now, especially in something people typically consider a high turnover type of work, you know, cleaning houses, cleaning businesses. I have amazing employees now, and I get rid of the ones who are not so amazing and bring on new ones because of, you know, group interviews and interviewing every single week. It's just been great, and such I don't waste as much time on low quality candidates anymore. And your coach will hold you accountable. I mean, which I love. Again, the tough love is really great. You know, Luke's like a stern father figure, but he's also nice, but also stern when he needs to be, when I'm being lazy and not doing the things that I know I need to do because I don't want to do them. So that's just great. Worth every penny. I mean, I'd pay him $1 million a month if I can, and maybe someday I'll be able to, but I would just say go for it. If it seems like a good fit, just go for it. Do what they say, even if you think it's stupid or ridiculous, just do what they say because it'll work. You know, people, when they look at my business, you know, people in my town, they think I'm lucky. They think I'm just, you know, things just happen for me. And, you know, maybe I am lucky, but it has a lot to do with hard work and, you know, perseverance and, you know, working till you cry sometimes. That's just being an entrepreneur, which if you're a business owner, you understand that. But it's having these systems in place of, you know, of course I'm going to be successful. It's an absolute because I have all this stuff in the background happening, and I have Luke and Clay and everybody on their team working really hard to make sure that I'm a success. And I can tell that they are just so excited every single week when I'm having all these wins and things like that. They're so excited for me. So it's the best thing ever, and I would suggest to anybody to work with them. So sorry for the long-winded reply, but I just had so much to say, and I could go on for hours probably about how amazing they are. But thank you to Clay and Luke and the entire team there, everything you guys have done for me, and I am so excited to continue to work with you for years to come. Thanks so much for watching.
My saying is, if it's important to you, hire a coach. And I think that's one of the reasons people are not successful is they eat a cheeseburger instead of hiring a coach, you know what I mean? And so my coach pushes me. They're younger than me. They push harder. They're trained. And as my rich dad always said, you know, amateurs don't have a coach, but professionals always have coaches. So I've always had coaches for whatever is important. You know, my rich dad was one of those persons. I wanted to learn how to play Monopoly in real life. So he was my coach.